Welcome to the show, and what a complete load of shit we've got for you tonight.
I used to laugh the idea of a woman prime minister.
John, you can ask me questions if you give me notice.
There's no time necessarily for manners.
Doesn't give my opponents much time to run.
I'm responsible for introducing the concept of MMP by accident.
They hate the system.
I used to call the old culture the concrete playground.
Poets in this country have always been the smart ones.
I've been performing since I was born.
I can smell the uranium on it as you lean closer.
No mai hara mai whānau ki Aotearoa I tēnei pō, ko Magenta Tokuingoa.
And call Detective Rogers. No, I don't have a label. Tokuingoa.
Oh!
No!
I couldn't see your face before we started, so I wasn't able to.
That's true. You weren't able to correct me. What happened to my label?
I was just noticing the haircut. You had a haircut, right? Okay, cool.
I did. Oh, I know what happened. It's because I moved it in the shuffle.
Ah.
We're going to have to find
I
my
thought it
label
must
again.
have just disappeared in the haircut.
Do I just need to... I might just need to improv for now. Can I do a
You'll
text?
be right. I think the people will be able to remember your name.
No.
Maybe.
No one will remember. No one
Well, they
will
can just give you a new one.
That's true. That's true.
Guys, come up with a new name for Rogers in the chat. I want to see what we got cooking.
Add new text. Yeah. Everyone can choose a name. Right now, we'll just do Rogers.
I'll screenshot them, and then that way, I can send. Oh my god, I can send them to you, and you can.
There we go. I need to make it purple.
Yeah, I was gonna say that white is like disappearing into the light in the background, which is hilarious.
It's appropriate. Whoa,
Ooh.
gradient.
Ooh, okay.
Now we're getting crazy.
It's giving PowerPoint energy.
It's giving very early PowerPoint energy.
The amount of times I would do that kind of color combo on like some word art or or I remember like just when I learned that you could do like so many fun things in good old slideshows.
Drop shadow. It doesn't let me. Can I do the change the outline color? No.
I don't. I mean, to be fair, I don't think the outline color is going to be the most noticeable.
Maybe I got to change it back to white.
Ew.
No. Nah, not working. Anyway, yeah. So I
She'll
got a
be
haircut.
Yeah.
Way shorter than I wanted it to be.
I was gonna say that's quite the. I hate when that happens though. See, that's kind of why I do my own hair.
I just said tidy it up. I just said it just needs to be tidier. But I specifically said, please keep some volume because it's still cold outside. Like, you know, I'm having to wear a beanie now in the morning just to keep my head...
totally.
Yeah, because
like the winter's not the time to have a shortcut like that. You know, wait till summer and then it makes actual sense.
Yeah, I mean it's stylish and it's easier to. That's the main reason I got it.
I mean, you don't have to brush it now.
Well, I got the new job, and so I was like, I need to just make it easier when I'm getting up early in the morning. I'm like, I don't have time for the shower until the train starts running, you know, outside my house.
Oh, yeah.
Which, as leaks revealed, it is... Can you stop backing up? Loud backing,
right.
beeping. Yeah, it's next month the City Rail Link's going to open, so...
yes.
Yeah. So
around my birthday.
Yeah, and it's going to help a lot rather than having to catch the bus down to Britomart and then hopping onto the train and then taking the train. Yeah, all that rubbish.
Where are you working now?
Like whereabouts?
Yeah,
like down sort of Mount Wellington area.
Oh yeah. My granddad used to live there, so I know Mount.
Well, I noticed when I got there, basically, it was telling me it was like a 20-minute walk after I got to the station. Out there, and I was like, okay, maybe I should get like a bike, one of those little portable bikes, so I can take that to work. Till I went and did the walk today, and I realized, the only reason it's saying it's 20 minutes or plus is because you got to go all the way down, like so far down the street, just to get to a crossing, cross the road, and then walk basically all the way back. It's right. But I realized when I was there, I was like, okay, there really should be a pedestrian crossing here because you can just do it. Because there's a point where the light stops for the traffic where I can cross, and then you just got to wait in the center island for the traffic to stop for the other traffic going the other way, and then I can cross, and it's fine and it's all safe. But it's like, why don't they just put a cross in here? I don't know. Anyway.
Because I mean, they make everything for cars, not people.
Yep.
That's why.
Anyway,
car centric.
That's going to be temporary for the next like 2 to 3 weeks whilst I'm in training for the new gig. Getting the hands on all that kind of stuff. I'll be working Mondays, sort of right up to the end of the show, to the start of the show. So it might be a bit naked like I am today. I'm actually so bloody naked. But apart from that,
that's so fair.
After like a month in the job, I'm gonna have Mondays off, Tuesdays off, and so should be nice and and relaxed and ready to go.
Means we can wear you out on a Monday.
Exactly. Don't get me excited. Anyway.
No, that's for Patreon if we had one.
I mean, if only Patreon was that great. I think Patreon like went on like a purge at some point of like its pornographic content, I think.
Oh, I mean
that was like 10 years ago. I think that's when like, OnlyFans
I mean, it's
came
5
out.
years, OnlyFans, Fansly, a bunch of different ones these days.
We have options. We'll let everybody know. Anyway.
Also, yes, NZ Nemesis. Things like that always get Rogers caught in the weeds. He loves just having a wee tutu around.
Yep. Anyway, how was your week?
Honestly, it's been pretty chill. Doing some Green Party mahi that I had to do over the weekend, which was good to get it finally off my list because I could have got it done earlier, but I was definitely feeling it after all of the busyness.
Thank you, Kiwi Rob. I appreciate that. That was lovely of you.
I mean, you always look handsome, but the haircut is lovely.
Hey. Stop.
Hey, I mean, I'm just being objective here.
You're being the objective
I'm not even being
beauty.
Nice.
The objective beauty.
I'm not being nice. I'm being honest.
Okay. All right. Beauty is not in the eye of the beholder. Confirmed here tonight by Magenta.
Yeah. It's in my hands.
Okay.
I will decide.
You dictate.
You're all beautiful.
The dictator
Fuck
of beauty.
you.
Yeah, we're all
Everyone's
beautiful. Everyone's beautiful. You're beautiful.
Except David Seymour.
No, yeah.
He's not beautiful.
No. In fact, now I just keep. All I can do is now think of it like exceptions to that rule. So.
Well, yeah.
Let's not go.
Ugly
into that.
souls don't count.
Ugly souls. Yeah, it's like what was that book? Not The Croods. The Twits. That was the one.
Oh my god, I haven't thought about that in a long time. God, good old Roald Dahl, man.
Anyway,
yeah,
we should probably get into it.
Jump into some shit. Yeah, you gotta play your little.
That's true. We got the bumper. We got the bumper. All right.
Bump it.
Bump it.
Bump it.
I am not showing your screen. There we go.
Here I was panicking since I only switched over during that.
Oh, and I got to turn the shit off. There we go.
But yes, so I'm sure we've all seen. Well, maybe all of us have seen that Kmart has now gone and made good old perv glasses more accessible to the people. So yeah, there are now many more people walking the streets in Australia wearing glasses that can subtly film and record the world around them.
Oh, was this only in Australia?
I'm not sure if it's just in Australia. We've got a little video. Maybe they'll go into more details there. But yeah, so I mean, to be fair, if they've got the time, by the time they get here is probably not going to be very long.
True, but because I never read any of these articles, I was just seeing like the titles and stuff.
I didn't watch the full video here, but I thought we'd watch that together.
Okay.
So let's just.
A backlash is growing against smart glasses with a hidden camera, as more people are being recorded without their knowledge or consent. There are calls in Australia for new laws amid privacy concerns with the latest designs of the tech indistinguishable from regular glasses. Channel 9's Hayley Francis reports.
You're beautiful. The biggest privacy threat might soon be staring you in the face.
Are you recording me?
No. I just wear them.
Many women, often the target.
These glasses are representing.
I just wear these spy glasses.
Yeah, no, they're the only glasses I have.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Weren't these a Spy Kids gadget?
I mean, essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially. I mean, they're also just a revamped version of the Google Glass, Google Lens. So it's
Well,
not like it's technically anything new.
Not like well, because these ones don't have a display, do they?
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess...
that's the slight difference, I suppose.
Yeah.
And those ones, I guess, also didn't look like glasses, but they were also, I think, just like a test-driven product. I don't think they ever officially released the Google
I believe
glass.
it was, but it wasn't picked up by many people because
Okay.
they were... I believe they were like relatively expensive for what.
Oh,
they
wouldn't
were.
have been cheap. They had like a
Nah.
little mini display, like you know.
Yeah. I'm sure if anyone in the chat knows, they can give us any corrections.
Processing consent.
Glasses with a built-in discreet camera used by so-called pickup artists around the world, secretly recording women, then circulating the footage online.
Maybe they do have a display.
Over 60% of women are experiencing some form of harassment with these glasses in terms of the videos that we've seen online.
A further 40% experiencing online abuse, including doxing, when someone's identity is exposed online without their permission. Meta's Ray-Ban glasses sold to more than 7 million people globally just last year.
I'm talking to somebody who speaks a different language than me. I'll get a translation in my native language.
Oh,
right on
you
the
do?
display.
Okay, so there is
Real
an
life
actual
subtitles.
display.
Features which are impressive and a game changer for those vision and hearing impaired. But experts say in the wrong hands, this tech is dangerous, particularly given just how discreet the light is, which indicates when a recording is taking place.
It's something that can be covered over. There are a number of solutions on the market to modify that and allow the user to record in a way that is covert.
Kmart already jumping on the trend, releasing an $89 pair that quickly sold out. Apple's next big venture, also a wearable camera. The rumoured AI pin described as the eyes and ears for your phone, but whether it will allow recordings is not yet known. Privacy Commissioner Carly Kind today warning smart glasses could be used in harmful ways, like exploiting or monitoring children or victims of domestic violence. The Commissioner flagging consideration of whether new laws are needed.
Meta reportedly plans to add facial recognition technology to an updated version of the glasses, meaning wearers may not only record someone, but quickly identify them as well.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I'm just going on Kmart right now. I'm like, okay. I don't believe... It doesn't look like they do have them currently available on the New Zealand site. They do randomly have speaker glasses, though. Which, that's kind of...
I mean,
cool. I like
at least it's not invading your privacy, but
yeah,
I
exactly.
probably different issues with that. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the people who go around with like the speakers in like town and stuff all the time, just blasting their music super loud. And
I mean, that's fair. I feel like if they are
me.
like glasses though,
Yeah.
because the arms are right next to your ears, you don't need the music to be as loud to hear it.
True,
So
true.
it could
That's
potentially actually be
You
a
know
bit
what?
more contained.
You're selling me on that. That's probably a better idea.
That was kind of more all I was thinking, because I mean, trust me, in Wellington CBD we have a lot of those. We actually have this one guy, and I love him. He's great. He walks around the CBD blasting his Bluetooth speaker with covers that he's done of songs, but I cannot tell what half the songs actually are because it's not the best singing. But I don't know. I love it. It gives me a smile nowadays because I'm just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, performing's
like,
a different thing.
You do you, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
no, but he'll just be walking around with the speaker, just kind of casually, just walking around.
Fair enough.
And I'm just like, I mean, it's a little annoying because it's really loud, but hey, get it, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of adding then bloody cameras into it.
Well, you know, this is actually
Stop it,
giving me
speakers.
flashbacks to about 10 years ago. They had the, what's the app called? Snapchat. Snapchat
yes.
did the Snapchat,
Snapchat
glasses. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember those.
They actually look
They
closer to
they'll-
this than the Google.
way
Google
closer
Glass
to
did.
this.
So
Although I will add that the Snapchat glasses, I'll see if I can find what they look like, because from what I remember, they were colorful in a way that meant you could, oh yeah, there we go. They highlighted the actual camera itself. So I'll just switch to this.
yeah, they were a bit more.
So that was like, yeah, I mean, they look
obnoxious.
fucking stupid if I'm
They
honest.
well, they
Like,
looked
that's-
cool back in the day.
Well, I guess so.
You could say
I
this to
guess so.
everything that's 10 years old. Like, man, that looks dumb.
I I don't know. I mean, you know what? You're probably right. I probably thought these looked way cooler 10 years ago than I do now. Currently looking at them, these look fucking
It was
stupid,
so
but...
weird, though. They'd, like, drop them in, like, a pod in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. It was like a vending machine.
Yeah.
And there'd be, like, lines of people queuing up for them because they were, like, quite limited from what I remember.
Oh, yeah. No, you couldn't just go into a store and buy them. It would have actually been really good to get your hands on some. They'd be, like, a collector's item.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
The thing that I kind of, what actually made me think of while we were listening to that was actually this article from last year when a Wellington brothel madam spoke out on the PM's former press secretary doing secret recordings of sex workers.
That's right.
And so that's what this made me think of, is that, like, sure, I've seen some comments in the chat that there's already cameras around, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but it's a bit different when this is like cameras that is going to be right up against people's faces. Like there's a closeness that does matter and does make a difference. And I think for incidents like these, you know, it's just going to make this stuff easier for predators. And that's what bothers me.
Yeah, well, because it's not as obnoxious, like if I pull my phone out right now and just... You know, you can tell I'm pointing a phone at you, basically. And
yeah.
It's a camera on it. But I don't know. I could see what people are saying with that. I think what they're trying to say is different than what the people who are concerned around this are trying to say, which I think the people who are saying that, like, it's not that much different than, like, a phone or something. I think people who are saying that are, like, basically saying, look, everything's tracking you, everything's watching you already. Like, we've already lost in some... pessimistic way the privacy battle has very much been, you know, not a very successful one, which is I more or less agree with, but I think it's more a reason to try and push for these regulations.
This is mitigation. Like having issues around this is about mitigation, not like we're already living in a society where we basically have to live off capitalism and be constantly monitored.
Yeah,
but it's about making sure that it's
just
because
we're in that now
so much easier.
Doesn't mean we have to roll over and go, well, we can't change this. You know, like,
exactly.
We can still try and make it better.
I found it interesting because I was actually watching a video, and he was talking about how, actually in Germany, things like this are kind of difficult for them to launch, because I didn't know this, but apparently it took 10 years for Google Maps to actually be allowed to Google Map Germany, because they had very strict laws around when it comes to filming and photographing the public. And so that was creating, like, basically more money that they'd have to put into it. So at first they weren't really keen, but I think they finally got around it. But also I believe France has issues with this stuff as well.
It took them a good 10 years on top of that. It might have partly been the Germany stuff that did it, for them to start like blurring people's faces and stuff as well. They weren't doing that at the start either.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's one thing that they were really thinking of, like, you know, you can't go and just have every person be able to be seen. Like, that's a bit fucking creepy, man. But yeah, I definitely... Because I saw there was this article as well. Privacy experts warn of gaps in New Zealand law as camera glasses hit Kmart shelves. So yeah, privacy experts are warning that wearable camera technology, dubbed by some as pervert glasses, expose significant gaps in New Zealand's laws. University of Canterbury professor Annette Mills said the devices, which were often marketed as smart glasses, were essentially a computer on your face. Her warnings come as they start to sell these for, oh, look, we're paying $99, I guess. Not as cheap as
that's not bad.
Australia.
That's
actually terrifyingly cheap.
It's terrifyingly cheap.
Like, yeah. A price point expected to make technology far more accessible, especially considering Kmart's got fucking Afterpay as well. So that's actually only $25 over 6 or 8 weeks. So very accessible.
It's like, I don't know, 20 2-liter bottles of milk.
Yeah.
Basically.
God, I haven't bought milk in a long time. I don't drink cow milk anymore.
Okay.
Tastes like cow to me. I'm an oat milk guy, you know.
True,
so good.
true. Well, I'm not big into the oat milk, unfortunately.
And I think just what really kind of stands out to me is that, like, you know, over the past however many months, you know, I've brought us so many stories of women being harmed, you know, CSAM, sexual assault stuff. Like, I feel like this adds into a thing of like, we already have so many issues that are plaguing generally more towards women as well. And I'm just worried that adding things like this in just adds in more layers. And I think mitigation and making sure that we can regulate stuff like this is important.
I mean, I'm just more concerned from the general aspect of it all, frankly. Like, who knows what it'll really, like, this could cause, like, so many issues just beyond, like, sexual harassment, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You know, other privacy issues, probably make it easier for people to sneak, like, devices into pirate movies, stuff like that.
Or cheating on tests,
cheating
maybe?
on that one's maybe a little less inconspicuous, but like I don't know. We'll see how the technology develops, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like maybe you'll get to the point where you can literally put like one in like a pencil and you can put it in your ear, like I like to do with my pencils, and you know, that would be a little bit more inconspicuous, I think. But
yeah, definitely not great though, and hopefully someone will look into doing something. And
so they actually partner with Ray-Bans to do that.
Yeah, there's I think Ray-Ban and there's another person that they've just partnered with too. Can't remember.
Creepy boss comes in.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how many people are gonna or just have to accidentally dropped and look, you know, like it's gonna make fucking upskirting so much easier. Yeah. It's already a problem.
This is all the shit that makes me like actually so like I think I hate working in the tech industry now because it's like
honestly,
it's actually
that's fair.
I have to interact with some of the worst shit. Honestly, like there was one job I was looking at where they're like, oh yeah, everything's like we're embracing AI, everything's getting done by AI. You just tell the job, like you go and then you tell the AI like how long you spend at the thing, and it'll do all your hours and your you know your accounting and all this shit. I'm like, I don't want to have to get my paycheck every month and start auditing it because like I mean I can't trust the AI got my hours right, you know. I don't want to
honestly that's
like double bookkeeping.
Really fair.
It sounds like shit. So,
I mean, you can already have enough issues with just a human doing the accounts. So
yeah. But I didn't get that one because apparently the HR lady thought my living room was messy. I don't know.
What the fuck?
It also didn't make sense because I was like, we turned the camera off and what? Like, it didn't make any sense. So I think she was just making up bullshit.
What is the cleanliness of your house
I don't know.
do with your job? That's so fucking
so here's
weird.
how that meeting went. So firstly, I'm sick that day, and I call her up because we're booked in, and I was like, hey, I'm sick. I'm not sure if you want to postpone this meeting. She's like, no, that's good. She was calling him from Rome. So she went on holiday in Rome. And she's like, my connection's kind of bad. Do you want to turn off your camera? And I was like, okay. And that was it. That was like the interaction on camera. So I was like, there's no way from that like 30-second interaction that she judged my room. And like, even if then, so what? I told her I was sick, so it's not like my priority that day is cleaning my fucking household. Like, fuck this lady.
Like, and I'm assuming maybe you even had a blanket on the couch because you were sick.
Maybe
needing to lie
literally,
on the
I think that's what it was, because I literally had got off the couch. I was lying on the couch. I was in a blanket, and I got up to do the interview.
Which should show that you're really determined. You're still like, you could have been like, hey, I feel like ass, I can't do this.
Yeah, well, I did
so
cancel
sorry.
one that day as well, but that was in person because this one was remote. So I was like, it's fine, I'll do it, and I'll just ask her like, hey, do you want to postpone this? But she decided to say my room was messy. So
what a weirdo.
Yeah.
Sounds like something my grandma would say.
Oh no, I'm just hindsight. I'm just like, man, I'm glad I dodged that one.
Yeah, you wouldn't want her to be your boss.
No, HR, my current one, is lovely. She had only seen me once, and she was like, "Oh, you got a haircut." I was like, "How did you remember that? You saw me like 2 weeks ago, once." But okay.
Women notice this shit, man.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It'd be really hard to notice, like, if it was like I met a person one time. I feel for like 10 minutes. I don't know.
Some people are pretty good with faces, you know what I mean?
I'm better with faces than I am with names. I'm not sure if I'm great with hair, but
that's fair. No, I wouldn't say you're the best with hair. I've done so many different things with my hair, and it's taken ages for you to say anything, so
True.
Anyway, let's jump into our next story. So I thought you might find this one interesting. The Murdoch family are on track to return to New Zealand. Yeah, so media company Stuff Group, owners of the Post, has failed in a bid to buy radio company MediaWorks. Australian publication Capital Brief has reported that Stuff Group was informed this week that its offer for MediaWorks had not been accepted. Stuff Group spokesperson told the Post, "We never comment on market speculation." The report claims the shortlist to buy MediaWorks is now down to 2. They're Nova Entertainment, owned by Rupert Murdoch's successor, Lachlan Murdoch. What a name. That's like major villain name. And Sports Entertainment Group, which owns sports radio business Sen. If Nova were successful, it would mark a return to New Zealand by the Murdoch family.
The Murdochs in general does sound like an evil.
I mean, yeah.
It really
does.
It's
really
a very
does.
stereotype, like almost Bond villain type name.
Yeah, it's almost like maybe there's like something in the name that like just pushed them to be the worst. Like good old fucking Bernie Madoff. Like, how do you have a name like Madoff and then you go and make off with everybody's money? Like it's too good.
It's a pun waiting.
Good.
It's the pun of the waiting.
Exactly.
I can't believe they found a guy that was willing to go, like a necromancer that was willing to go resurrect this man though. He's feeding off that. I think that's what his media empire must be doing at this point. It's like sucking off everyone's life energy, you know.
Well, if I remember correctly, isn't his the family where they're currently like fighting over a bunch of shit because he decided to leave all of his, I guess, dynasty to I think the youngest kid, and the other 2 or 3 are trying to fight for their rights.
Yeah, giant lawsuit going on. So
yeah,
why not?
Definitely not what I want here when we've already got Grennan.
Yeah, and Murdoch reporting goes all the way back to World War One. In the trench. So what it was actually like. Let me double check. Was it him?
History, Rogers.
Well,
let's go.
Let's see. Was it him or his dad? Well, I'm not as familiar with World War One. It was Keith Arthur Murdoch. So yeah, I think that's his dad. Yeah, his father Keith Murdoch. So he was basically started his media empire in the trenches of Gallipoli, I think it was. So there's actually a bit of New Zealand history there where he was.
Oh wait.
He was.
Oh no, that mustn't be the right guy because he says he's a New Zealand rugby union player. That can't be the right Murdoch.
No,
I think I found a different one.
Okay, different Murdoch. Yeah, no, this is he's from Australia, and let's see, what did he write for? Sydney Sun, was it? I think. Yeah, so he basically started reporting on like because at the time in World War One, it was sort of like there was a period where it was like sort of a denial, like, hey, everything's fine in the trenches, nothing to worry about. Gallipoli is going great. The Turks will be gone in like a matter of weeks. But he started like actually reporting on like what it was really like there, all the bullshit that was going on. So, you know, humble beginnings. He actually did start from, I guess you could call it some form of noble. You know, it's
started
almost,
with good intentions, but so is the road to hell.
Well, it's kind of like what's his name, Alex Jones. How he has like a bit of the air of legitimacy to him as well. Like he got famous on the whole Bohemian Grove reporting. You know, you know about that one. There's like
I don't think I do.
It's like it was like this stupid camp where all these rich people went and did stupid secret rituals. So obviously Alex Jones, that's like his thing, like, oh my god, they're doing secret satanic rituals. So and like, to be fair, he exposed a legitimate thing that was going on. It's not really something to be concerned about because who gives a shit? Like if these guys want to go LARP like Satanists, I don't really care. Doesn't bother me. But who's calling me mum? No, sorry mum.
Sorry mum, I'm live streaming.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Murdoch family.
Yeah, talking about the Murdoch family. But yeah, so I don't know, it's just these guys, they sort of ride their own hype and then just become something that they just probably would have hated.
Well, yeah, it seems like Rupert's the one that really kind of ramped up the more aggressive side of
I wouldn't
what
doubt.
we now know. And yeah, it does say here in New Zealand, Murdoch bought a stake in the Wellington Publishing Company, the Dominion, in 1964. And I believe it said they pulled out by the 2000s.
And I think they have some investment in Sky. I think. Do they own Sky? I'm not sure. I think they might own Sky.
Honestly, I think you might be right, but I can't remember who owns Sky. They keep doing so many mergers and buyouts that like I don't know who owns what half the time because it's all just who owns Sky TV? Oh no, I said who Sky TV?
Who's
Sky TV?
Who's Sky TV?
What do we got? That's way more stuff than I'd have to read. Not worth it.
Okay.
We can move on because it's just a bit of a warning that we
Sky.
might have...
Sky is now News 24. But who owns News 24?
News 24? Okay, that's news to me. I've never heard of
Maybe
that.
they're not involved with Sky. I don't know.
Again, too many name changes, mergers. Like HBO Max has changed its name a billion times.
Yeah.
I thought we could just have a quick look over this one. So time's running out. What's left on the government's to-do list? Coalition has entered the home stretch, pushing through the final round of reforms and law changes. Their main push does seem to very much be the single largest economic reform in a generation, with their replacing of the Resource Management Act, which is obviously creating a lot of issues at the moment, especially with all the dog whistling. So they're going to have the planning bill and natural environment bill, which will kind of take over. But they also got a bit of a last minute rush. So changes to leave and holiday pay systems passed the third reading last week, intending to simplify the notoriously complicated leave entitlement. I find that crazy. They're not hard to understand. I mean, at least in my experience, I found them pretty easy to understand.
I can't attest to any of it. However, I recall, if I recall correctly, there was like 2-3 years back, there was an issue with even some of like the government departments having to pay out workers because they were incorrectly calculating the whole leave and holiday pay situation. So even some of the government departments, I think, weren't getting it right. So I think there might have been a bit of an air of truth to that, perhaps, but.
I mean, I didn't hear about them having a specific issue, so that would make sense.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
More of a I can imagine it being more of a case-by-case basis.
Probably.
That being said, none of the jobs I've had, I've either found it confusing or hard to understand.
Yeah, but even then, like, I would say, just because something's difficult doesn't mean, like, they need to overhaul things at the degree that they do.
Which is kind of the theme we're getting with them. Like, I think we're going to look at it a little bit later, but there's also all the bullshit they've been doing with the school like curriculum overhaul and getting rid of NCEA and all that. Obviously, the Crimes Amendment Bill passed its third reading, so Nicole McKee got her guns. They've also got the climate change response, which I believe is the one that they've been dealing with Mike, and I can't remember his last name, which is where we found out about the mystery email that was printed out and mysteriously lost for a little while.
Wait, which mystery email?
The email from Fonterra.
Oh, that one. Gotcha,
yeah.
The mystery meeting.
The Fonterra, the lost email. Well, not even email. Printed out piece of paper communication that even they were like, "Why we don't do this?"
So much shit's happened.
The Oranga Tamaraki, responding to Serious Youth Offending Amendment Bill, is currently being advanced, creating young serious offender declaration and new military style academies. And obviously they're going to ride on the high of the New Zealand-India Free Trade Agreement. We have only got, I believe, if I remember correctly, we've got about 12 sitting days left in the House. So it's going to be interesting to see how those 12 remaining days go, because once that's over, it's pretty much just election.
Really? Damn.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I saw Gary was mentioning it in Kiwi Pulse chat the other day. So yeah, it's got to be around there because he said 13, and that was the other day. And I think there'd been at least one more after that. So yeah, definitely not.
So we got like
to...
what 2 weeks basically.
Yeah, well, I guess they only do Tuesday to Thursdays. Well, they sometimes do Mondays.
Well, a
to
week is
Thursdays.
14 days, so that would probably be about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 weeks, 14 days. Yeah.
Maybe
So
maybe with a little bit of change.
Hold up. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's only a
so 3 weeks. 3 weeks then maybe.
Yeah, it could be up to 3 weeks.
Okay.
I'm not sure when our next sitting day is. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to watch as many of the live streams as I can.
So in about 3 weeks, we're just going to start getting a whole lot of bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already entered the, so we're actually, I think we're currently in the period where they can start their campaigning properly.
Okay.
So this is, the kind of weird middle period where they're doing a bit of both.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the signs pop up yet, have you?
I mean, we've had signs already around Wellington for a little bit now. I mean, Tamitha Paul's posters have been everywhere for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I got this in my mail, but it's just I'm using it as a bit of scrap paper. You can't see it's backwards, but it says "Clean Me," which is a reminder on my tablet right here that I need to clean it. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, recycling.
I got a couple of national little brochures in our mailbox.
What's Candace saying?
I threw that straight out because a bit of a waste of paper if you ask me.
Yeah.
And then we've got, okay, this is not quite our last bad one, but not a great one. I added this one in a bit last minute because it didn't come out until nearly 5 o'clock, but pretty horrible fucking news on this one. Children as young as 7 are seeking help as Youthline calls reach record high.
Didn't they cut funding to Youthline? No, it was Healthline. Was it Helpline?
No.
Helpline.
No, it wasn't Healthline. It was Helpline, yeah.
Okay.
Helplines, I believe.
Healthline, Helpline, Youthline. Okay.
They've got a few of them. I mean, the Youthline is mostly just so that they've got like a youth specific.
They needed more money for that, that cone tip line, road cone tip line, and red tape tip line as well. Remember they had that one.
I remember What's Up. Oh, it still exists. I just googled it.
What's Up exists.
Is that still real?
What's the difference between What's Up and Youthline?
You know what? I actually don't know. They also have counselling. I mean, I guess maybe they're just two very similar things. I'm
Youthline's
wondering
for youth.
Who's
maybe
funding
What's
them
Up
might
does,
be different.
Or that. Or maybe one. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to look into that one.
So many different holes that we could go down. I don't want to go digging.
Yeah. No, but What's Up was the one that I used to call as youth. But yeah, so one of the country's main crisis helplines says more children than ever before are seeking help, some as young as 7 years old. Youthline says it's reached record levels, connecting an average of 4 young people every day with emergency services because they were at imminent risk of harm over the past 6 months. Just a few years ago, that figure was close to 1 a week. That is an astronomical jump.
Can someone ask the Prime Minister this? Why is youth self-harm or increased risk of harm, I guess, gone up over your entire...
happens. This is what happens when the government makes the cost of living harder and higher for everyone. You know? It's so horrible. So...
Those kids are depressed because they suffered 6 horrible years of Labour, and now it's just dawning on them that Labour was horrible, and... I don't know. How do you spin it?
I mean, they'd find a way to blame Labour, so...
Maybe he'd he'd spin it into an anti-coalition thing. This is because Seymour, because we had to work with David Seymour under MMP, took their lunches, and that's
now
why
they're depressed.
We need to get off MMP. It's all MMP's fault, even though the entire start of his fucking this administration was him going, well, this is just MMP maturing, and you got to get used to it, and MMP's great, and now it's like, well, MMP is shit because it's kind of fucked me in the ass. I'm not the next John Key, unfortunately. You never will be.
Yep. RNZ reported in March, 1 in 10 of its callers was now under the age of 12.
Ooh.
Which is another horrible aspect because
suppose...
not only are they more frequent, but now it's getting younger.
Although, is this... I want to say this isn't necessarily increasing the statistic now, but like, is this the fact that we've given phones access to younger children?
There's definitely going to be elements of... Well, there's going
I'm
to
not
be
saying that that's risen,
that...
like, because you said this is only over the last, like, few months this has risen, but...
They do say here, though, it is also part of a global trend. So
okay, but is the access... Is this a reason to say, hey, it's kind of good now that we're given some access to children underage to cellular devices so they can get this kind of assistance if they need to?
Well, that's the thing is, that's where I feel like it's more about just actually making sure that people teach their kids how to responsibly use devices.
Yep.
Like, there is a lot of education that goes around this stuff. Like,
I think you can implement it into schools too, because that kind of goes into sex ed, because we don't just push sex ed onto parents, we implement that into schools as well. So I think there is also a way to implement this kind of behavior and teaching into schools as well. I think this is all should all go into
they took a lot
health.
of this type of stuff out of the curriculum, because the thing is, they were teaching, I don't know if they were specifically teaching about, say, how to use phones more responsibly and whatnot, but I know they were doing a lot more around consent and other factors, and we also do have to bear in mind that, like, these are also kids who went through the pandemic as very small kids. That's going to have an effect on them. And then it's kind of almost like, if you think about how much they've had to deal with as young children, which is a lot harder to manage.
Yeah.
And then now they've got this government who are making their parents more stressed out. They're not having as much, like, we've seen the child poverty rates are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
So I think the poverty rate skyrocketing probably falls a lot in line with this too. Yeah. Because, like, it's great the kids are reaching out. I'm glad they're reaching out, but it's really, really sad that they are in this situation. They're becoming increasingly serious. Every day our team supports young people experiencing anxiety, loneliness, self-harm, suicidal thoughts, family conflict and abuse, often all at once rather than as isolated incidents. Obviously, we rank among the highest ranks last among OECD countries for youth mental health and has one of the highest youth suicide
That's
rates.
Nothing new, though, I don't think. That's pretty much always been the case, at least the last 20 years, I believe, of my life.
We really need to work on that as a country.
Yep.
Like, can we stop fighting about whether brown people should be allowed certain bits of land?
We got to get the debt down. Back to surplus. Back to surplus. Back to surplus.
I want a surplus of emotional and mental capacity in our people.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about your surplus.
It's all about fiscal responsibility. Maybe that's why all the kids are depressed, is because they just keep hearing the same old shit, and they're just like, why aren't we doing something about climate change? My future's fucked. Maybe that's it. It's existential dread.
I think, that's going to be another element of it, absolutely.
How do you fix that,
Well, that's where the government needs to actually make things like, say, like, if we implemented a lot of, say, what's in the Green Party manifesto, actually, because I read the entire manifesto this weekend, every single word, because I've done the audio version for it.
Okay.
It's really good, though. A lot of what they are proposing in their manifesto would actually target a lot of the factors that are causing these things to be much higher, Like, how can our parents be there for their kids when they're absolutely exhausted because they're just running on empty trying to work enough hours to cover everything?
This is running on empty food reviews. Remember
exactly. That guy? I mean, who can afford
What's my favorite line
have
of
good
his?
mental health?
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. That is my favorite quote from him.
Yeah.
I need to get a soundbite of that. That's great. I love that one.
I just wish that, like, we could have a government that would actually go, you know what, fuck it. Instead of just using helpful policy as a football to get us into government, we'll just not let them suffer.
Oh yeah, remember we can't have a lolly scramble. That's true. We've been told that consecutively over the last
that's why the children are
20
depressed.
years.
Because they can't have a lolly scramble.
No lolly scrambles for you.
You can't get hit by a fucking rogue lolly while you're at a Santa parade.
Now I think about it, I don't remember last time I was in a lolly scramble. So maybe it may.
They actually did one here in Wellington at the Pride Parade.
Cool.
I don't know if they're supposed to, but they did.
How did that go?
It was fine.
Okay.
I got lollies. Everyone was happy. Well, they did it in more of like, instead of just being up on like a big float thing and just kind of yeeting them out to try and get as many of the crowd, it was more of like a nice, gentle
You gotta be so
chunk.
careful about which lollies you're using too. Like you can't use like
They always do the fruit burst and the minties and shit.
They're too hard. You can't do them. Like you hit someone on the head with them, they hurt. It's not good.
Exactly.
No.
Throw your lollies at the kids. They might not need.
But the
youth
soft
line.
ones like milk bottles and stuff, like they're not packeted, so you can't do
Yeah.
those either. It's like, what can you do? I don't know.
Hand them little bags of candy.
True.
Here you go. But yeah, we'll jump into our last bad one. This one's more of just a quick overview, but just a reminder that ACAB. So yeah, one of the people who was currently under investigation, well, guess what? The investigation came out with exactly what we thought it was going to.
No relation.
Yeah. No relation to Rogers.
I'm spelled with a Z.
Doing the Rogers name a very bad do at the moment. So yeah. Online search for pornographic material revealed in documents, and further in this, they also revealed that it wasn't just pornographic. There was also Category 2B child sexual abuse material. I don't know what Category 2B is.
I didn't know they had categories.
Googling the scale,
no, don't.
But then I was like, I don't want to because I don't want that on my search history.
Child abuse scale.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. But 2B feels like that's the pretty high.
I mean, it's not just like it'd be one thing to have like category 1, category 2, category 3, but they got letters as well. So how many categories are there?
There's subcategories.
I hate this.
Yeah, it's not good. And again, this was all revealed between August 2023 and October 2025. He used police-issued device to conduct searches for pornographic and sexualized material. There were 9 images of Category 2B CSAM that were located, and the searches included nude teen, automatically illegal, go to jail, nip slip drunk, and tiny teen nude, which fucking
all them drunken teens.
Deplorable. Each of the 9 searchers returned an image with at least one naked female between the age of 14 and 17. Was spoken to by police during a search warrant of his home in October. He acknowledged using the police device to conduct personal internet searches. He had one previous traffic-related conviction dating back to the 90s. Another Auckland-based officer, a man in his 60s, faces 11 charges of possessing objectionable publication. He has been granted interim name suppression.
Pedophile.
A Wellington-based...
Pedophile.
A Wellington-based officer aged in his 50s also faces 10 charges of possessing an objectionable publication between Jan 2024 and Jan 2025. Also gets name suppression. Deputy Commissioner Tim Anderson said earlier that each of the officers were being charged with multiple counts of possessing objectionable publication under the Films, Videos, Publications Classification Act. Imagine if they had glasses that had cameras on them that they could just wear all the time. They'd love that. But
imagine
yes.
if our cops had actual CoC cameras too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So police have instigated 22 cases. 12 have been resolved through either disciplinary action or performance management, which I'm really curious on the details of what that means. 4 people have resigned during this process. So, yeah. The rot continues to be exposed within the New Zealand police force.
Well, keep it up, whoever's digging up this shit, I suppose. Good job to that person. Like, who
I feel
is...
for... Oh, yeah, who's our... Sam Sherwood is our...
Well, he's reporting, but who's actually, like...
Well, yeah,
who's
no,
discovering
I'm not sure.
all this shit? Because...
the people who work in forensics and shit who are gonna have to be the ones like looking and finding all of this. I feel really bad.
Or do we just do like an internal affairs thing? Is that how we operate? Where it's just like internal affairs among police?
I can't say I am fully familiar with the process. I would have to do a lot more. I mean, I could look into that.
I mean, they don't sound like they're too like open about the entire process. Of, like,
which is kind of, and also just some of the vagueness around this stuff. I feel like, you don't necessarily need to tell us the names of these people, but could at least give us an idea of what they were being disciplined for. What was, so maybe they weren't, looking up creepy, gross stuff, but it would still be good to know what our police officers are doing.
I mean, I don't have much to say on this. It's just depressing
we can go to our next one anyway. That didn't need to sit on this one for too long, but just a
thank goodness.
Unfortunate reminder that ACAB. That's really it. National has prioritized budgets over people yet again. So it promises budget responsibility rules if elected. Because they're so responsible with money. So essentially what it is, right?
Our debt's gone up.
It's not like Nicola's having to scrape back money from a loan that wasn't supposed to be due for another 10 years.
Yeah.
Because we're doing fine. They're not suffering and struggling. Basically it means prioritizing a return to surplus. Their favorite term.
Fuck the kids, we gotta get back to surplus.
No, fuck all the poverty, fuck all the homelessness, fuck all the people that are literally dying.
Yeah.
Like, I saw an unfortunate post on Reddit today of a guy talking about how his unhoused friend died just 4 days ago.
The kids are depressed.
Obviously, think about how cold it's been.
Yeah, the kids
like,
are
it
depressed.
Has been snowing.
Debt is so high. That's why kids are depressed. So if you get debt down,
all
kids
the
will
children
be
care about is the economy.
That's all they care
about.
That's all they care about. They're sitting there going, "We're gonna have to pay this off in 30 years." That's all the kids.
Yeah, no, they're really future thinking. And staying in surplus over time, so the country's debt curve bends down. I like when the curve bends up. Thank you very much. Getting debt down below 40% of GDP and keeping it there over time, keeping taxes low but cutting crown expenditure as a share of the economy down towards 30% of GDP. Nicola Willis said those rules were the fiscal guardrails her party intended to follow, and it well past time for parties to set out their own. I accept the premise that says they are not yet in a position to provide a detailed fiscal plan. However, they should be well able to say whether they will commit to these three basic things that have informed the fiscal strategies of successive governments and which represents what it is to be a responsible fiscal manager. Holy shit. How did she say this shit without fucking laughing?
I don't know. I think her brain's melted while she's been in office.
Honestly, yeah. Whatever stress that woman's been under of her own doing. David Seymour said Nationals promised to follow the rules was 3 years too late. And you know what? I kinda like David for that one. I'll give him that one. That's a great line. Like, fuck you.
I mean, they're fucking taking pot shots at him, so he may as well, like,
I mean,
what's he got to lose?
Well, that's the thing, is we are starting to get into the period now where it is campaign for yourself.
Yeah, we get into the period. That was a sexist joke that I made, if you're wondering. It was horrible.
Rogers did a sexism.
Yeah, I did. I mean,
clip that. He said ACT killed 3 new taxes while in government. Without ACT, we would be seeing taxes on housing. Oh, yes, he's going on as good old anti-tax.
Don't forget, women would be getting equal pay as well. That would be horrible.
Oh, but you couldn't have women having fucking equal pay.
No. He saved the budget. Remember that? Thank you, ACT. We love you.
Right. And I mean, obviously the responses from the other parties are exactly what we expect them to be. Of just like, oh yeah, okay, you've said some stuff that's meaningless.
It's all the same shit. Like, there's There's nothing new. That's the most disappointing thing I think about the current. In fact, the only new thing I'm seeing so far is the MMP proposal. So yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking still cracking me up. The fact that he's now creating issues within caucus, like that is like what a bad choice. Like, you're supposed to be the leader of the party. The party is what matters, not the leader. The leader is just the voice and the person that kind of helps action the wants and needs of the party. But to go against your caucus, not tell them you're going to say this, and then just start committing to it is
That's because he didn't plan
insanity.
it. He didn't plan shit.
Oh, yeah.
He just said it off the cuff. So it wasn't like...
Yeah, and then he was like, oh, fuck, I better... Yeah. I'm just going to double down on this.
He
because
retroactively has to defend his... the shit that spews out of his mouth because he doesn't... He's horrible at his job. He just doesn't know how to be a politician. So
Nikki drank all the boat juice and is stuck in her lies. I love
Of course.
the boat juice. But
fucking
yeah,
Corolla rust in her brain.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I went on Facebook because I have to go every now and then. I have to because we've got a BHN
That's
Facebook
true, we
group,
do. Yeah,
and I
someone's
keep
gonna watch
forgetting
it.
to approve posts. Like, sorry if you posted in the BHN thing and I hadn't seen it for the last couple of weeks. My bad. But I thought this was really interesting. So this is New Zealand's average unemployment rate by consecutive governments.
Okay.
And they've actually coloured it in the party colours. So we can see that under the national governments, we have higher rates of unemployment, and under Labour governments, we have low, including during a fucking global pandemic, when heaps of people couldn't go to work. So
True.
yeah, very compelling.
Well, that's
when
why.
you see it
That's
visualized.
partly why debt went up. Is because they wanted to keep people employed and
Yeah,
keep businesses
the
going.
price of lives were just too high.
Also, the price of keeping businesses afloat.
Yeah.
That was like,
Right?
we should
They
look
were
at
helping small businesses.
Exactly.
And big
We can
businesses.
also do the same thing with business liquidation rates, which are like more, I think, higher than they've been in 10 years at least.
Yeah, 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, I think it's gone
no, I
up.
remember
Like,
seeing
last time
that.
I checked, like 6 months ago, it was 10 years, but it might have gone
Yeah.
up since then. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and that's one thing I'll give this government is they have been breaking a lot of records.
They've
you know,
definitely
like
broken a lot
record
of
high
records.
unemployment, record high poverty, record high fucking. I think it might be unhousedness as well. Oh, so many, too many to fucking keep track of. But you know,
Record
when they
high,
try to
a lack of imagination too, like a lot of recycled policies from just prior administrations. It's...
Absolutely. But yeah, that's enough of them.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, this next one's not great.
Oh.
I'm sorry. More than a third of students are skipping meals due to the cost.
What could help with this?
So
What could help?
I will play the interview, but I might play it a bit speed up because there are some interesting. They did a really interesting survey at Victoria
because of the high cost of food. The survey by the University Student Association also found 70% have recently considered moving out of the country for better opportunities. Just a third say they feel hopeful about finding opportunities in their field within New Zealand. Ethan Rogashon is the academic vice president of Aotearoa, Victoria University of Wellington Student Association, and he joins us now. Kia ora, good morning. Tell us about this survey. It did cover quite a bit. What stood out to you?
Kia ora, Ingrid. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so this survey really covers a lot of the core issues facing students outside of the classroom. So, like you mentioned, 38% of our students have skipped a meal in the past week because of the cost of food, and 38% of students have also said that they've skipped a class because of the cost of public transport. 70% of our students have considered leaving Aotearoa for work and opportunities, and we're seeing that a lot of that lack of hopefulness is related to the increasing cost of living. Our survey found that on average, a student at Vic spends $339 a week on mandatory living expenses. So that's things like public transport, groceries, and rent. And that because of that rising cost, students are also working more alongside university, with the average student working 12 hours a week alongside a full-time course of study, and that goes up to 13 hours a week among our Māori students as well.
How does that compare to previous years?
The
He basically just goes on to say that this is the first time they specifically kind of tracked that, but he did find it interesting that they noted that the higher rates of students considering moving overseas was higher in like the third year of study versus the first year of study. But yeah, really, really sad to see that, like, you know, a third of people skipping meals. Like, it's so hard to do uni.
Oh, yeah.
And they also go on to talk about how I think on average the students work about 12 hours on top of that as well. And that's average. So, you know, there are some who are doing a lot more hours than that. And you do a 40-hour, if you're a full-time student, that's 40 hours a week. So that's 52 hours straight away.
Now, I'm getting flashbacks to when I would, and this is, I think, 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago when I was a student, and I was, you know, I didn't have a job. I was just fully going off the loan pretty much, and savings, like childhood savings, which wasn't much, but mostly it was like, we're talking like rice, you know, eating pretty much rice with soy sauce was like a very common go-to for me.
Yeah.
Which, it was...
Not very nutritious.
Not very nutritious, but, you know, I got nice and skinny, which is good. In some respects. Never that skinny, but skinny enough to look good. And also just the same sort of pessimism coming out of university as well, feeling like there was just nothing in my field, that kind of stuff. So nothing's really changed, I think. Yeah.
I think it's just gotten a bit worse, like the levels of kind of poverty, especially given
it was a national
how
government
crazy
back then too, so...
Yeah, right. But
I'm not
yeah,
saying it
so
was better
it's...
under Labour, but, you know, that was just my experience.
Yeah,
but...
I mean, hey, I went to school under a national government for a good portion, I think.
If you were a student under Labour, let us know. How was it? Was it good? But,
yeah, sadly, I was not a student under Labour, but yeah,
it's just so annoying because especially because I remember it's the same thing on Job Seeker and stuff like that. They don't cover enough to cover your accommodation and everything else on top of that.
They have max rates at like how max caps at how much, and it depends on where you live as well. So where you live, like I think for a long time at Aotearoa, the max you could get was like $90.
Yeah. Which it was nowhere close to covering the accommodation cost I had. So also my student allowance on top of that, which should be going towards my food, was then going to my...
Well, were you on living loan payment? Because that one's even worse.
Yeah.
Because living loan payment, is basically like getting a student allowance, but you have to pay every single dollar back.
Okay, yeah. Well, whatever one that doesn't require your parents to not be, you know, to be below a certain... threshold.
Oh yeah, so you were on student allowance. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, okay. So
if your parents were above the threshold, you would have been on living loan payment. So, and living loan payment can literally double your student loan. Like just, and they also
my
have a really
my parents
low
would have
cap
been
on what
above
it is
whatever threshold that would have been. They would have been in that.
Oh, so you would have been on living loan costs.
Yeah,
I think living loan costs was something. So in 2017, living loan costs was $232. That was the most you could get.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's
I was gonna say I think it was around $230. So yeah, that's about what it was. Yeah, which especially if you think about that nowadays, like that's like not much.
Because like I did summer school every single year pretty much, because otherwise if you're not able to like go into a job over the summer trimester, you can go to WINS, but you have to go on a special student one, and it's very similar to the living loan payment. Not that you have to pay it back, but in that the cap is stupidly low. Like it was something crazy like $250, which wouldn't have even covered my rent and it might have just covered my rent at that time, but would leave me with basically nothing to try and pay the rest of my bills.
Yep.
So that's why I ended up studying every single summer, because I would be able to still get my student allowance and actually be able to fucking live, which was nice.
In about 6 months, my loan should be paid off. Finally. Yay!
Oh, hell yeah! Congratulations. That's huge.
I know.
But yeah. Really sad to see. And we'll jump into our next one, which We're still in ugly. Sorry, Fano. St. John activates emergency operations center. Yes, after record 1-1 calls.
But we just gave them more funding.
Yep. So they've faced unprecedented pressure after answering a record 2,562 emergency calls in a single day. Activated its major incident response and emergency operations center after a week of sustained, exceptional demand, culminated in its busiest day on record. Emergency call handlers were answering a call every 20 seconds at the peak of the surge on Saturday. Oh, that also would have been when we were having that crazy cold weather and shit too, wouldn't it? That probably wasn't helping with all the snow.
Yeah, probably not.
Emergency call handler. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yep. Director of the ambulance operations said it was the third time the daily record had been broken in a single week, following 2,400 on Monday and 2,454 on Thursday. The director said the recent cold snap appeared to be one factor behind the surge in demand. Winter had been relatively mild until about a week ago. That couldn't be truer. My God, it had been such a nice winter up until last week. And then, yeah, ambulance demand began to climb highly. Does seem to be a correlation with temperature and weather. Pressure meant some lower priority patients could wait several hours. Gallagher said those incidents continued to be monitored and patients could receive callbacks.
That's true. I will be back into surplus before the government will. Yay. I just remember.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am fiscally responsible. I'm better than Nicola
You should be
Willis.
our finance minister.
Yeah.
Rogers for finance minister. What party are you running under?
Deep hole, obviously.
Oh, yeah, I should have known. Why did I even ask? But yeah, so good to see that they have some backups at least. But just absolutely staggering how much people are having to call them at the moment. Like, I think I've maybe called an ambulance like twice in my life.
Oh. I don't think I ever have.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. I'm like,
I've been in. Have I been in one or two? I think I've been in two. Once was when I got hit by the vintage motorized tricycle. At my primary school. Yeah. Which was pretty cool. It came around the corner and did a wheelie and crashed into a crowd of children, and I was one of those kids.
No.
And was there a second time? No, I'm not sure if there was a second time. Maybe there was.
I mean, like, I had an ambulance call when I was in a car crash, but like I didn't crash the car, nor did I call the ambulance.
That's no vintage tricycle.
Okay, but we hit a dead cow on the road.
Okay, that's exciting. Now that's spicing it up.
And what was also crazy, real quick side tangent, is that so I was actually dressed up in a fishtail leopard print dress with high heels, full makeup, because I was supposed to be going out on the town in Auckland. We were driving to Auckland. We hit the cow. The cow falls onto the other side of the road. We get out of our car. Another car had already hit the cow. That's why it was in the middle of the road. So far, the cow's got a score of 2. And then I see a car coming in the distance. And so it's probably not the smartest move, but me, being me, decides to just jump in the middle of the road and go stop, like trying to stop them, being like, please don't. Like, I probably looked crazy because I was dressed up like I was about to go clubbing. And then motherfucker goes around me, speeds up, hits the cow, and his car literally does like a movie flip. Thankfully everyone was wearing their seatbelts, and so the worst injury was a cut hand. Well, more like, it was like a front flip, because it did like at least one whole rotation. Dang. So, yeah. I kind of laughed a little bit, because I'm like, that's what you get for speeding up after you fucking went around me, cunt. But it's fine. He only had a cut hand.
I wonder why this crazy person is on the road trying to stop me. I'm just gonna swerve around.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it later of like, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to stop for some random bitch in the middle of the road.
That's true. It could have been like some wasteland shit where you're trying to like stop him and then you're gonna mug him.
Exactly, and then someone else is gonna so like, in hindsight is, you know, like I had just been in a car crash, mind you, so I was making decisions.
I'm not blaming your
very,
irrationality or anything.
I'd just been in a car crash, so my brain wasn't the best. Although my mum came and picked me and my boyfriend up, and we were really hungry, so she's like, "Oh, do you guys want to go anywhere?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just don't want to go anywhere that's got beef." Because I was so mad at the cow.
Damn.
Yeah, I had KFC. It was pretty good. Anyway, that's my picture. Random side
That's
tangent.
good KFC. Best KFC story I've ever heard.
Funnily enough, I'm not even a KFC fan anymore. I'm a Chick King guy.
Oh, Chick King.
Yeah, man.
With their pop chick. Everyone loves the pop chick.
Oh, the pop chick?
The original concept of pop chick. I love that.
The UAE does a good job with their flavors.
Did they do crushes? What were they called? Them?
No, but they do sell like milkshakes and ice cream.
Okay.
No, crushes was a time, man.
I know. You can't. Yeah.
Kids will never know the beauty of a crusher.
They will never.
A $2 crusher between what is it like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. kind of thing.
And Wicked Wings, when they first came out, damn. I can't attest to what Wicked Wings aren't like these days, but I assume they're shit. Can't remember the last time I went to a KFC.
Yeah, I mean, they're fine, but
fine?
like, I guess the price is just not really.
That's
my
true.
opinion,
They're so
I don't
expensive.
find I find them so expensive that I can't enjoy them as much.
Yeah.
Like the hot rods are pretty good too. Like they're still good, but
Okay.
they're just so expensive that I'm just like, no, thank you.
It's like the burger fuel problems. Like, what do you want? Do you want a good burger? Or do you want a cheap burger? It's like you can't have both.
I find burger fuels at least a lot more filling and nutritious than most of the other burgers I tend to go for.
They're pretty expensive.
They're expensive as fuck.
Yeah,
though.
I never
Don't
go
get
there.
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I only really went there when I had my student ID and I could get like a free chips with it if I was going to.
I used to go there when I worked there, and I got free burger fuel for lunch. So, you know.
Oh, let's not make me hungry.
We also got. I remember
we
we were at the one in Silverdale, and the Sal's guys, like, we both had the same deal. We would get sick of our free lunches, so we'd do a trade, like 2 burger fuel burgers for a Sal's pizza or something. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, we had some good synergy going on there.
I like that.
Shout out to Sal's. You guys are fucking
I can't eat
too.
Sal's because I am allergic to tomato, and all of their pizzas have tomato on
and
them.
their pizzas are like $50. So
well, that too. Yeah,
again, expensive as shit. It's like
I've never bought one. I've just seen other people buy them, and I'm always like, "You're
they
crazy."
are good. They are good though. Damn, I could go for some Sal's. Anyway, let's move on.
Time to implement new school subjects. Unrealistic. Teachers Union warns. So we've got a few articles in this that we'll just kind of jump around over. But basically, industry leaders are enthusiastic about 9 new secondary school subjects announced on Thursday. But the Teachers Union warns the timeline to develop and introduce them is extremely tight. Government says industry skills boards will develop the subjects for introduction in 2029. When a new qualification replaces NCA, assuming it doesn't get repealed after November 7. The subjects are next-gen manufacturing. That's so randomly vague. Applied intelligence systems. Also kind of vague.
Well, I think that's AI. I think that's what that's trying to say without saying AI.
I mean, it's literally AI.
Yeah, but it's not
Applied
artificial intelligence.
I know, but come on.
Applied intelligence systems.
Applied is nuts.
AIs.
Construction and built environment, energy and infrastructure, engineering technology, food and fiber systems. I do like the sound of that.
That's oddly specific on the fiber part, though.
I guess so that you can also learn about like fibers and maybe they can include textiles if you're going fibers.
Wait, what? You're learning about textiles in food class?
I was more thinking about how like you can turn a lot of like wheat type things into fibers to create stuff.
I don't know.
Again, they're really vague, man. I don't know. Health services and care, hospitality, food and beverage, which that's pretty.
But they did food and fiber systems. But doing food
this
again.
Is food and beverage and hospitality. I guess it's more the hospitality.
There's a bit of crossover there.
They got some weird. They got some weird things, and then tourism.
That one is the strangest one to me. Like, I get the reason they're specifically doing it because it's a big industry, but I also feel like there's a lot of big industry, like sales Sales is a big industry. We don't teach kids sales, for example. I feel like tourism is a similar one, that it's a weirdly specific one, especially at a high school level to implement, I feel.
Well, I mean, I feel like you could argue a lot of these very specific things when you look at them in the context together. It definitely shows you where the priorities are. They're very clearly trying to be like, okay, so our mates have businesses in these areas and we need to train these kids while they're in school.
Yeah.
So, what can we do to make this happen?
Is there a demand for more workers in tourism? I feel like that's pretty... I don't know. I haven't heard anything specifically. In fact, I think it's the opposite. Like, we've more been screaming.
We lost a lot of our tourism over
wanting people to come. For tourism. We're wanting more tourists.
I mean, quite possibly.
I don't know. Maybe they're anticipating the growth, perhaps. The growth.
Well, yeah, aren't they? Obviously, Erica Stanford announced these with Nicola Willis at the Energy Wind Farm, which was kind of a random place, in my opinion. Like, she said it was critical the industry helped write the new content. She's even saying that the industry is okay. Fuck, I was right. The industry is literally what they're basing this off.
Oh, great.
They're the people on the ground who know what the skills and knowledge are that they will need for the future that is being built into the curriculum. So these young people, when they leave school, will have relevant knowledge and skills. Stanford said the new subjects would vary less than NCA subjects and would better equip teens with skills and knowledge that employers wanted. So nothing about what would be best for kids, just what employers wanted. Interesting.
So we're like trying to railroad kids into going straight into work after.
They're trying to go back to what
school.
Schools were originally designed for. Like, they were originally designed to teach us to be subordinate to a authority above us, to work from 9 to 3. It's very, very old school.
I mean, I don't have an issue with those as like an option, but like making them sort of, because they're making these more like key ingrained subjects into NCA, aren't they?
To me, these are also just very similar to what you would have had available in NCA, because I remember taking food sciences, hard materials, we had at my school we had fashion, like where you could learn to sew and make shit. We had
we didn't have that.
We had heaps. We actually had a tourism thing you could do in the last 2 years of your high schooling, because it was more as like
Did you go unisex?
Job prep. No, I don't know what that is.
Like unisex school, like same sex school, or
unisex, right? Yes, I went to an all girls high school.
Okay, all girls. Okay.
Yeah. No, I went to an all boys high school looking like this.
Sorry, I think uni might mean both.
I think it's just the way you pronounce unisex and the fact that I don't really hear that term used. I can't
remember which one's
confused
which.
for a second.
Uni, as in united, so it would be. I think both sexes. I think would be unisex. Oy.
No, you had it right the first time.
I'm a genius.
Most teachers, though, want NCA to be improved, not removed. Most secondary teachers are not convinced the NCA school qualification needs replacing.
Co-ed. There you go.
Yeah, that's the word you're looking for.
Okay. Thank you. It's
New Zealand Council for Educational Research study also found only a quarter of respondents agreed the government's replacement qualification is a step in the right direction. So that's only 25%. Yeesh. Most teachers indicated agreement, 71%, with 45% strongly agreeing that NCA should be improved rather than removed, with almost as many, 68%, indicating concern that the proposed changes will limit the learning opportunities and pathways for students in their school. More teachers indicated disagreement, 44%, than agreement that the proposed change to the new Year 12 and 13 certificates was going in the right direction, and nearly a third chose a neutral response. The survey was conducted in the first few months of 2026 and last months of 2025 and had about 830 respondents from 126 schools.
So almost
about 50%, or just under 50% of schools.
So almost half of teachers disagree with these changes, and almost a quarter approve.
Yeah, only a quarter approve. Wow, yeah. Yeah, only a quarter of respondents agreed. Most of them say that it's they don't need to change it, just improve what was
Exactly.
already there.
Well, that's what pretty much everyone's been saying. Like, why throw the
For
fucking baby out with
everything
the
that they're
bathwater?
changing. Same with the lunches. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because most of the like, I remember when they announced this, and most of their like reasoning for changing all this stuff is just like parents are confused and they don't understand because they went through ABC whatever standard that they did in high school, and that means we got to change it because parents don't get it or something. Like, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, couldn't we wait till like the kids that have been through NCAA become parents, and then, you know, they're gonna like, all you got to do is partly put in more resources into parents understanding it. That's part of it. And again, once we get to the point where kids who went through NCAA are now parents.
I mean, I went through NCAA, and my friends have kids,
Yeah.
and like, there's nothing that we didn't understand about it. Like,
Exactly.
the credit system was so straightforward. It was so straightforward that I made sure to expedite my credit rate, so that way I was able to leave school early.
In fact, you're probably going to have the opposite issue now when it's like all these adults that went through NCAA who won't now understand this new system. And they're gonna be like,
Well, the same way that our parents had a hard time with NCAA because they
Yeah.
did school C.
Exactly.
They're just creating the same fucking
Exactly.
problem.
We're going in circles.
And it's just a waste of money and time and resources.
Can we not just stop changing shit based on useless anecdote from like a couple of people
Yeah.
who came up to you and like some fucking announcement you did. You went and did some fucking speaking arrangement at like a local community hall, and someone was like,
Oh, yeah.
you should think about changing this the schooling system. So confusing. It was much simpler back in my day when, you know, it was ABC, and I understand that, and now when I put my child through school, it just I didn't understand a bit of it. It was rubbish. It's like, okay.
Also, I feel like the Goshi has a point. Do the parents actually have to 100 understand it? They all they need to do is help their kids go to school, maybe help them with their homework. They don't need to understand the system. They just need to know, okay, my kid needs 70 credits. Okay, well, what is it, like 60 have to be from a certain amount, and like the rest can be from whatever you want. Like, it's not hard. It's really not difficult. It's way more simple than when you go to university and there's a major gap because they don't really transition you the best between like year 12, 13 and going to university, in my opinion. I think that's what we could make changes to NCA.
Absolutely.
Like, I think we should make it that, because I think, funnily enough, that's where America does better than us in that.
Yep.
They prepare kids for uni in those kind of last 3 years, I think.
Well, because I think it's partly they have the breakup of high school and junior high, so they're juniors. They only have 3 years in high school, which would be our seniors, where it's not conjoined like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's partly why it's structurally different in that way.
Yeah, like there's so many, like clearly the teacher said there were changes that could be made with NCA, but I think this also really speaks a lot. Like, I am perturbed by the pace of change and the lack of transparency and consultation. The lack of engagement with subject associations is highly problematic.
Yep.
This seems to be driven by ideology rather than data, which I think is exactly it. It will severely disadvantage any students with special learning needs. Oh, fuck the disabled. This government doesn't care. And students of other students of other cultures and languages. I'm sure Winston could tell you how their feelings.
I'm sure they've considered all of that in these changes that they've made.
It will further hierarchize. Oh, that's a hierarchize the subjects and learning area. Fuck, that was a horrible word to use. But yeah, and
Because
also
it's hierarchize. I don't know. I would never use that word.
Yeah, that's
it sounds
use
wrong.
a different word.
Yeah.
Use a different. Yeah, I don't like that. Although maybe that's just because our teachers didn't teach us that one. So who am I? Maybe it's because we went under NCA. See,
I had some cool English teachers, to be honest. Like, I had one of those English teachers who were like, "Hey, if there's not a word that you can think of, just make one up. That's the best thing about English. Just make up a word."
Hell
like, okay,
yeah,
cool.
And then the last bit on this point is kind of mistake to omit creative arts technologies from new school subjects, drama teacher says. Drama Teachers Association says the government has made a mistake by omitting technologies that support the creative arts from its list of new industry-led school subjects. The 9 subjects would be developed by industry skills boards to provide clear pathways for further training and jobs for secondary school students in years 12 and 13. Whakaari Aotearoa Drama New Zealand said it should have included a subject that covered areas like lighting, sound staging, costume, and set design, which I would also agree even further because we've lost Te Awaha, and Te Awaha used to have a space and degree that you could get that was covering those types of things, but it's not something that's easily accessible to many. She said current teens could earn credits towards an NCA qualification in areas like lighting or sound, but that would not be possible under the new qualification. She said the decision endangered the government's plan to grow the creative sector economic contribution to $22 billion by year 2030. We feel like they're not really thinking about some of these things that are actually important. They do actively contribute to GDP and our students. All we're seeing is cutting, a reducing, a narrowing of subjects in the arts. Which, I mean, we know that our arts minister is super keen on the arts. He's a connoisseur of the arts. But yeah, just national fucking with our
who is our arts minister?
What's his fucking name again?
I don't fucking know.
Arts minister. Oh, Paul Goldsmith.
Paul. Oh, the most artsy man I've ever seen. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely didn't see him at an arts show. Pulled the fingers at him.
Poindexter is in charge of arts. Like, geez.
He didn't even stay for the whole show. Motherfucker left at intermission.
Very good. Technically, very, 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 very apt performance. Well done.
Right.
What a technical display.
It's definitely giving. Let's just.
I listened to rap once, and it was nothing like Mozart.
Dude, I think he said something like his wife likes the arts or something.
Oh,
so I think
my wife is a big fan of art.
So yeah, I'm going to be a great.
I think I saw art once.
He'd never been to the ballet before becoming an arts minister.
Oh, okay.
You'd think you'd do at least a little bit of homework. It's like not like he doesn't earn enough money. He could afford to just go to like in Wellington as well. There's so many shows, like not hard. But yes. And then I believe this is one of our last ugly ones. Long COVID sufferers call on politicians to do more to help those with the disease. So actually, it turns out politicians from Labour, ACT, the Greens, New Zealand First, and Opportunity, no National, but they really like not turning up to stuff, eh?
It seems to be they're just so busy. They're so busy fixing everything.
Oh, so busy doing fake podcasts. They attended an online panel on Monday morning hosted by long COVID support Aotearoa. Renee Dingwall, who has long COVID, said their members still reported seeing doctors who do not believe in or understand the condition and are struggling to get the support they need. According to the last survey, 4.3% of adults reported living with long COVID, which is approximately 185,000 people. Larissa Hockey, chair of the Long COVID Support Aotearoa, told the panel these weren't small numbers, and behind every statistic is a person. Someone like me who still needs a rest after washing my hair, my children who missed years of education, and Renee, who was a city councillor and is now housebound in a wheelchair. There were now treatments and medications available which could ease symptoms and prevent deterioration, she said, so we need to ensure access to these options and bring new research developments into treatment. And they actually asked each party. So Q Lei Wong said its tax policy, a UBI, would be helpful. If you find yourself in an unexpected illness or having to look after a loved one, those choices around our loved ones having to take time out to look after us and be paid for it. Imagine if it was supported as well by a citizen's income, which makes a lot less challenging, which is an okay response. I do think it's kind of ignoring the fact that disability tends to give you much higher costs, but
she's trying to sell her UBI, well, fake UBI, but not really a UBI. They keep calling it a UBI, but it's not a UBI.
Yeah, well, citizens' income.
Yeah, citizens' income.
Andy Foster from NZ First said it was important to build understanding of long COVID and related conditions among clinicians and maintain funding for medicines. So he said basically nothing. This government's increased the funding for Pharmac very, very significantly. That was something New Zealand First did or championed. I know ACT is championing to take it further as well. We support that. Like, thanks, bro. That's a great answer. Todd Stevenson was probably my favorite. Todd Stevenson from X said it was important to make sure the taxpayer was getting good value for money. I mean, hey, maybe since Brooke Van Velden is leaving, he's got to take on the mantle of human life being too high of a price.
That's like fuck you is basically their favorite answer. Fuck you.
Actuals, though, honestly. Plenty of money is being spent in health, but what we do not think is that we're necessarily getting value from that. Dingwall asked him about plans to increase MSD doctor appointments for people on benefits. Having a chronic illness is a full-time job, she said. You are often seen by a wide range of doctors and specialists. These appointments take months of trialing different remedies to relieve different symptoms. At the same time, you're navigating a stretched welfare system, which is kind of what I was thinking a bit when Kule mentioned her citizens, you often have to wait on the phone for an hour just to make an appointment. These are precious hours that people living with chronic illness.
Oh my god! And honestly, fuck you to every place now that puts you on hold. There's no excuse, no reason not to have a callback service. If you don't have a callback service, I hate you. And you.
My favorite one is when they're like, "Sorry, our wait time is so long that we're just gonna hang up and tell you to call back later."
Well, I've had that before, but after like just waiting for like ages, I don't know how long it was. Eventually, it just hung up. Like I think it was like a couple hours on the phone. It was just like, "Sorry, we're too busy right now." And I was like, "What?" Like I was livid. Yeah. And also like I think things like MSD and stuff like that, every time you call them up, they're always like, "We are experiencing a higher volume than usual right now." It's like, you are always saying this every day. I have tried
to cut the back office.
Exactly. Well, not even recently, just like it used to be the case. So it's just like, I don't know why they have that platitude there, just to like it makes me more angry than anything.
It's like they're lying and they're pretending.
Exactly.
It's like
stop
don't saying this as a fake excuse. Just tell me you don't have enough people to
just say that no, I'm sorry you have to wait. This is the usual case. It's unfortunate. We're not well funded. I'd rather you just tell me that.
Please wait a minimum of 30 to 45 minutes, and that's on a good day.
Yep.
She said, "So why are you proposing to add mandatory extra appointments with MSD doctors, and how are you proposing to resource that?" Stevenson replied, "Most people were receiving benefits appropriately, but there are some who do not have a proper and independent review of their circumstances." And it was about making sure taxpayers' money was well spent. Like, dude, what a shit answer. Ingrid Leary said she didn't accept the claim that people were exploiting the system, which is good. I'm glad she pushed back on that. It's going to be much harder for disabled people to access the care they need. If you can imagine them trying to apply chronic illness when there is a paucity of... What is it with people using weird words in these articles?
I've never seen that one either.
I think this is the first time I've ever encountered this word.
Let me check that one. Paucity.
The presence of something in only small or insufficient quantities or amounts.
Okay.
Interesting.
So like sparse or...
Yeah, there's not enough good. She could have just said that. There's not enough good research.
I know you're talking to regular people here. This isn't.
Well, yeah, right.
This isn't a scientific journal. Let's chill. Let's chill. Meet people on their level.
Oh, and also this was a panel discussion was recorded as part of the radio show and podcast.
I say that, so but if I could use that word in a sentence, I totally would. I'd flex that shit.
Oh, you fucking would. I can 100% believe that. And then Huhana from the Green Party said patient voices should be central. And I'm
such a hypocrite. I love it.
Yeah, but hey.
Let he who is not a hypocrite cast the first stone. That's what I say.
Now we're into our good news. Whoop, 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 whoop. I put this in good news because, it's small, but it's something positive. Labour promises small business easier access to government contracts. Labour Party would make it easier for small business to get government contracts and cut down the time they spend on paperwork if elected. Oh, we almost sound like ACT Party there.
Oh, cutting that bureaucracy.
Right?
Yeah.
The party would set a target, so 15% of government contracts went to small business and startups.
Okay.
Would also break up bigger contracts into smaller jobs, so work was easier to bid for.
Cool.
Which I do love the idea of. They also want to change how government agencies share information.
Well,
it is
well, I was just going to say, because I think that's actually a bit of an issue with a lot of these contracts. They always de facto go out to the big, giant contractors rather than, like, especially a lot of the time, I'm pretty sure they would just be more beneficial towards going to smaller, dedicated teams that can...
Kind of like our Car Order Food in Schools program.
Yep, exactly.
Like, I mean, we've seen what happens when you've got, like, mass-produced food.
Yeah, now that I think back to our student discussion, again, that might be a good idea to try and help feed students. You could expand that program to students rather than just, necessarily giving them money. More bright ideas there, but, oh well. What are we doing? We're not running a country.
Nah,
we don't know.
That'd be too hard. They want to change how government agencies...
Is it too hard? I don't know. These guys are barely
Well,
trying, and they're managing to do it.
So difficult.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I barely see my wife, even though I'm riding around with her all the time in a helicopter. So
right.
Oh, that's right. We never did the Women's Day article, but there was a Women's Day article that.
Oh, is that what Pat keeps referencing?
Okay, yeah,
he keeps referencing that she allegedly really likes the hot helicopter.
No.
rides?
It was a different thing. But basically, it was a Women's Day article covering the Luxons before Christmas or something, and basically she his wife was like, "Oh, it's like I'm having to get reacquainted with my husband all over again because I barely see him," And I was like, "What? No, you don't."
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen him at heaps of the events, and he's not working half the time anyway.
I mean, apparently he barely sees his kids, so.
I mean, they are like adults. I'm pretty sure.
True.
Anyway.
Yeah, my parents barely.
They grew up in America.
Yes.
They want to change how government agencies share information and proposing a New Zealand business number, so businesses would not have to give the same information to multiple agencies. Finance and economy
sounds like a no-brainer.
Spokesperson Barb Edmonds said in a media release that the government bought around 50 billion of goods and services annually. Small business owners don't want a handout; they just want a fair go. Government is the biggest customer in the country, buying around 50 billion of goods and services. That means huge opportunities for local businesses, from printing and landscaping to IT and build. Well, please give money to IT, please, and building maintenance. She said. Revenue spokesperson Deborah Russell said paperwork and compliance costs wasted too much time, money, and the party would review tax administration, including provisional tax, filing requirements, and January and February deadline pile-ups. We'll also look at agency information sharing arrangements so that businesses don't have to tell the government the same thing over and over again.
Government
Can you do that with WINS?
Government hints that they're bringing back Fair Go confirmed.
Oh, please.
She did say Fair Go. That's code.
I know, and Chippy gave me hope that they might, but no actuals.
He said it was a necessary thing, but failed to commit to bringing it back this necessary thing, apparently.
But I mean, it's a pretty decent announcement from Labour.
Yeah,
I'd say it's a pretty
on the surface
actually pretty
good.
Compelling, pretty strong. Especially like small businesses have been suffering, like we talked about. Liquidations are at an all-time high. So, and I didn't realize the country spent that money on stuff and thing. Like, yeah, definitely share the love around, break up these contracts, and just employ more people.
Yeah. It is a bit of a trend. Not that I'm saying like it's a bad thing to do, because obviously National is not fucking helping local small businesses. So this is a niche that they're clearly trying to cater towards, that Labour is trying to snatch up. But I'm feeling maybe too much focus in that area, perhaps.
Yeah.
With a lot of their announcements, like they did this, they did the fund that they're doing. Well, I can't remember what it was.
Oh, the Future Fund.
Future Fund, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess what's been like just individual focus, the doctor's visits.
Yeah, their Medicard stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's all I can think of so far.
Yeah, because I don't think they've got any education policy or anything currently. So, yeah, but I mean...
Yeah, a lot of questions about a lot of these things. Like, they haven't really been pushed on, like, what they're going to do with, if they come in with NCEA. Are they just going to continue? Are they going to put it to, like, a vote? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So a lot of questions.
Hey, we've got some more policy announcement today, too, from our favorite people, I'll say.
Okay.
And we get another banger video. I'm really loving the videos and the effort they're putting into these announcements. It's so good.
When you need a place to turn, where do you go? In 2023, Cyclone Gabrielle devastated communities across Tairāwhiti and Te Taitokoro, forcing hundreds from their homes. Since then, we've had dozens of states of emergency, and almost every time when the roads are closed, marae are open.
For generations, marae have opened their doors in times of crisis, celebration and solidarity. Marae have welcomed whānau in communities when they need each other most, no matter the occasion.
Governments have failed to recognise and resource them as critical infrastructure. Decades of underfunding, shifting priorities and just bad policy have failed to uphold and honour Te Tiriti. But our marae are too important for that.
That's why we're launching Te Wao Nui a Tāne. Our marae, community and climate resilience policy will establish a rangatiratanga fund to provide ongoing protected funding for marae.
This is funding that will meet what our communities need most.
Funding that will not disappear with a change of government.
Because when our marae are strong, our communities are strong.
And when our communities are strong, Aotearoa is stronger for all of us.
Hey.
I thought they were going to announce that they're building boats. I thought that's what the solution was going to be.
To be fair, Māori have been known to be pretty good builders.
I've heard they're pretty good at building boats.
Although we've mostly done the two-hulled canoe, so like,
Well, they did quit building those canoes at some point, so you know.
Yeah. There's still carvers who've been building more of them more recently.
No, I meant like the giant seafaring ones.
The double hull waka. Yeah. One of them actually just did a voyage around the country recently. Okay. Maybe in the last few years. But they're not like exactly super popular.
No. I just
we don't have a lot.
Oh yeah, well I meant from a historical perspective because I think the issue was with like sea currents or something, or the winds, the wind direction coming down from Polynesia to here, and it was like way harder to get back or something.
Yeah, like they can get back, so they could get back and forward. It's just not. It's such a far journey that it needs to be a really good reason to make that journey.
Yeah. Like I used to do sailing. I was in Sea Scouts, and I could tell you going upwind's not easy. You got to tack and tack and tack. You go to zigzag basically all the way up. But anyway, we're going off topic here, talking about boat traveling.
But yeah, so 2.4 billion would be the investment over 4 years. There'd be two funds within that: the 2 billion Te Tōtara Haimata Intergenerational Fund dedicated to long-term investment in marae and their communities, and the 400 million Te Rākau Whakarauora Restoration Fund, which would provide immediate access to funding for urgent needs. The trust would cost about 40 million to set up and run. Davidson said the intergenerational fund could return between 47 and 118 million once it had matured. This funding recognises that marae have been critical infrastructure for a long time and supports marae to do even more. She said marae voluntarily stepped up during weather emergencies, feeding and housing locals and tourists who needed it. The investment would ensure they were appropriately funded to do so. It will also support marae to do longer-term planning, climate resilience planning, adaptation planning, housing, social services, and health services. The Greens would run a nationwide wānanga to establish the trust, the two funds, and governance mechanisms. Oh my God, consulting with the people? Fucking
Nah. Just make voting harder.
Yeah, I know, right? Just get the white people to decide it. They love doing that.
25% of the population know what's best for the 75%.
Right?
You know.
Iwi Māori would design it and decide where funding would go. This is actual tino rangatiratanga for iwi. Oh, so good.
But how are they going to pay for it?
Super rich tax, boy!
Are you telling me they want to tax me and give it all to the Maori? Are you telling me that?
You're pohara. They don't want your money. You get tax-free for the first 10K.
I am middle class, thank you. I'll have you know.
Yeah, no, you are. You are. I'm pohara.
Yeah, I'm middle class white man. I am a stereotype.
You are. You are. It is weird. It is weird. Sometimes I have to remind myself that you like we got a meme I put in there later that I'm like, oh, I don't know if middle class kids would have done this. So I guess we'll find out. But we do have a quick video too that I just thought would be good to watch from old.
Well, I went through that entire range because I started off, as a young child as lower middle class, and then went up to upper middle class. And
you
now
started
I'm back
from the bottom, now you're here.
Yeah, and now when I went to a student, going back down to lower middle class, now I'm back smack bang middle class.
Just keep rolling. But we had some reply from Iwi, which was good. Good old Ryan Bridge actually did all right on this one.
We don't have hapu without marae. They run health, environmental, language, revitalisation. Our marae are the key to all of that work.
The Greens want more funding, $2.4 billion in funding for iwi and marae over 4 years. First of all, can we talk about insurance? Is that one of the biggest costs you're facing at the moment?
It's the number one cost. All marae are struggling to pay insurance. The premiums have gone through the roof, especially since Cyclone Gabrielle. You're getting up towards $60,000 to $70,000 a year, even higher, depending on your marae, and marae struggle to find the money for that.
Per marae, how many marae in your rahi, in your area?
We've got 96 marae in Ngāti Kahungunu. I think there's about 1,500 around the motu. And so, yeah, it's a big cost. Not just insurance, every other running cost has gone up as we've seen inflation spike over the last few years, and most marae just depend on fundraising and koha that come through hui to pay for these expenses. So this policy from the Greens is very interesting and would be a great boost should it come into play.
What do you reckon Māori voters are going to do this election? Are they going to go back to Labour? Are they going to split vote with Te Pāti Māori?
Yeah.
Real randomly, I did find it weird that he went from talking about this great Greens policy for Māori, but then skipped over whether he thinks Māori would vote for the Greens. Like, it's a little small detail, but I found it kind of random.
I think this happened this week, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, got to re-steer that sort of...
Well, Sunday night, I think.
Yeah, well, sorry, last week. You got to re-steer that in right-wing infighting narrative to a left-wing. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
the left is
the discussions that we're having now. What we do know is that this government has been on the attack, the treaty, the language, the culture, anything to do with Māori. So we're keen to see the back of this government. You've got options such as Labour, you've got the Greens, you've got the Māori Party, you've got TOP. We'll be looking at all of those options to see how we can best leverage our vote. And we need them to vote on November the 7th. It's as simple as that. This is the most important election for Māori in recent times. We don't have...
And don't forget, you got... who else? You got Debbie. I think she's on her own, isn't she?
No, Maria Mino and Takuta.
Sorry, not Debbie. Sorry, Maria Mino, not Debbie.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, when we saw that John Tamihiri is pretty much the only real donator to the party, kind of makes sense now why he's still there, even though people were like, what the fuck? He's kind of supporting the whole thing, so fair enough. But I mean, good to hear that obviously, there's support for this. Obviously, this policy can only become policy if we vote in a Green majority government. There is possibility they could negotiate with Labour in those kinds of things as well. But again, if you want guaranteed policy, you have to go Green.
I guess we got to figure out, it would actually be interesting to hear that from the Greens. Like, what is their priority in terms of the policy that they want to get through? Like, I'd assume the rich tax is the highest, the tax restructure.
I mean, from the members, I know that's probably our highest concern.
Yeah, I mean, all this will come into sort of play with, I guess, coalition talks and depending how much the Greens get versus what Labour gets and all that stuff. But if it even happens, but hopefully it does. I think the more important thing is that you need to get a left-wing bloc in first. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think it's a great idea, especially because actually, like this comment here, marae have provided billions in unpaid care for the most vulnerable people across the country for decades now. I would almost argue maybe almost 200 years. But this policy is amazing, and I hate how Libs have reacted. So yeah, I do think it, and I agree with Kiwi Burp. I think this would be a quite high priority for us because we also have a huge group within us of the Māori Greens as well.
Yeah,
so
well,
who are
those
also a
gonna
part of
react,
the
like badly
structure and
because they understand capitalism and that you open a business and exploit workers and try to make profit, and they don't realize that Mariahs aren't about that. They're about community and giving. And there's not much of a profit there, you know? So...
Well, I mean, if you look at the manifesto, the first page that actually addresses anything is about children.
I don't understand. Why would you give things away for free? Why would you do things out of the kindness of your heart? The world's not like that.
Right?
That's
like
horrible.
this. They want to. This is what they want to legislate so that the child's voice is central in all decisions that matter to them by using the child impact assessment tool consistently and fully incorporating the rights of children into legislation.
This is a horrible fascistic party that they are authoritarian and they are going to ruin your lives by stealing from the richest among us. They want to take the rich people's money. They want to take Peter Thiel's hard-earned cash and give it to starving children. Are you kidding me?
I know, right? That'd be crazy.
The moral injustice here.
Oh, they want to build tens of thousands of new public homes and increase accessible public housing stock.
You want
crazy.
to give lazy people who do nothing all day but I've got a better solution.
Who sit at home on their computers complaining about the government.
Here
also,
at ACT, we are now going to give homeless people paywave devices so that they can more efficiently beg. No one can now say, I'm sorry, I don't have cash, because they will have paywave. Oh my god, could you imagine? That would be a hellscape. That's the new dystopia. Every homeless person gets paywave.
Guys, don't tell the right, but they want to end perpetual leases on whenua Māori in the Public Works Act to prevent the acquisition of Māori freehold land and Māori customary lands and within reasonable proximity to marae, urupa and wāhi tapu. So, you know.
See, this is a secret agenda. Secret.
It's so secret that we're the first party to actually release our entire manifesto. And not just the manifesto, this actually comes in full Te Reo Māori as well.
As a white man, I feel unsafe. I feel attacked.
That's all right. You'd be safe in the Green Party.
I'm scared.
But we'll move on to our next little bit of... We're going outside of New Zealand now for
How
these
can I
last
compete
couple.
without, without the upper hand?
Have you seen the hot white guys that are in our party?
Well, yeah.
We go hot. Like,
why do you think I vote green? Like,
half
come
of
on.
our party is well, actually, not even half. I'd say we have the hottest party. Like, when I was at the AGM, I was like talking to my mate, and I was like, "Why is our party so hot, dude? Like, I'm too gay for this."
Definitely competing for the hottest party, I would say.
Oh, absolutely. Like, our fashion and our faces, they on point. That's for sure. But this was some fun. Positive news from the EU.
Okay.
Good news. So the EU has just started enforcing its new AI Act, meaning that AI-made content has to now carry digital markers so it can be detected. Chatbots now have to tell you when you're talking to a machine and not a person, and deepfakes have to be clearly labelled. It's one of the first laws in the world built to stop AI being used to trick people, giving us a right to know what's real. And if a company breaks the rules, people can now report them straight to regulators. Should the rest of the world follow? Tap like if you agree and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Here's some...
Sorry, they just showed, what was I forgot the AI guy's name, just his head on a duck going by, and I was like, who the fuck is going to think that one was AI? It was just like...
I was actually watching a video last night where, who was it? Oh, his name's just gone out of my head. Noel Miller, he had a video where basically he had a whole bunch of older people and they had to sit there and tell you which one was like real, which one was AI. They would put some kind of caveat, like, you know, tricks in there. But it was actually terrifying how much most of what they thought was AI, especially in the beginning of the video, was what they wanted to be real. And it's just insane how much, like, unfortunately, a lot of our older people are falling for stuff like this. Like, and it's not even just like super old people who are like, you know, in retirement homes. I'm talking like people's parents.
Yeah,
like,
my dad
I know people's parents who are...
My dad got by one like probably, I don't know,
bugger.
a year ago or something. Like, it was
Yeah.
some dude, I don't remember what it was. Like, there was like a fake police chase of like some fat dude and like a lazy boy going like on like rocket boosters or something. Yeah, I know. And instantly I was like,
it's always the fat ones that they want to believe are true.
Yeah.
God.
Exactly.
Oh my God, no. Speaking of air, have you seen that Sam Altman was caught messaging an influencer on Grindr? That's hilarious.
I saw that, but I assumed it was fake. So, I mean, who knows? I'll believe it's real, I guess.
It can be in our head.
It can be
even if
real.
it's not real.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Well-
if old people can believe fucking AI videos of cats talking, like,
The best approach to the internet these days is everything is fake until you've confirmed it's real. So
pretty much.
yeah,
And even then, it's getting harder and
even
harder.
me.
And then our last little good one is a little Mum Dani story.
Okay.
Oh, gang, we need your help. Like,
oops, sorry.
Yo,
Scroll wheel.
Donnie,
Sorry.
bro. We need your help, gang. We need your help. We need your help. Look, like, gang, why is there a whole hole in the road, gang? That big ass hole. You see all these cracks, gang? Man, there's another one right there. Come on, Mom Donnie. I ain't gonna lie. We need your help. Hey, y'all see how the world works, bro? You see how in the morning I said there was 2 potholes, right? Look what happened after I come back from work. What, nigga? Mom Donnie, I did not know you was like that, nigga. That quick? I said this shit like literally in the morning. That shit gone already.
Fixing
Nah,
potholes.
we love you, Mom Donnie. What the fuck?
Yeah. He is achieving levels of local governance response time that we have only seen in the People's Republic of China, by the way.
Response time?
Politics at the local level is exactly how you garner support. Every pothole that is fixed, every issue that is taken care of in New York City reminds Americans of a different path forward, an alternative.
So so are they saying that it was this guy on TikTok that got it fixed?
You know, because Zoran actually keeps an eye on these things. I actually also saw.
Okay, that makes it worse.
I saw another video where a guy posted on a TikTok who was being like, hey, this building doesn't have wheelchair access. Mom Dani literally replied on his account being like, I got you. So he's already working on that.
Okay, so this is just a publicity stunt then.
Why do you always have to make?
Well, no,
positive
I was
things
going to
negative?
condemn him because I was going to commend
How is that
him.
a publicity stunt? When
Well, because he's
just
watching
responding to
TikTok
the
and then
people?
that's not responded. Okay, so here's how you want to think about it. So either A, it's just coincidence, and this was just like actually routine. He was fixing good sewer socialism, as we would say, like actually going through the proper processes. He's actually fixing the issues, fixing potholes. This guy just came along later. That pothole is fixed. That would be thumbs up to me, but it seems like everyone's interpreting this as this guy showed the potholes, later on Mum Dani saw it on TikTok, completely bypassed the entire process that you would go through to get potholes fixed, to demand that this pothole now gets fixed. Basically, it goes to the front of the queue of priority.
Does it matter if he's
Yes,
doing
it does,
something good?
because these things are actually ordered in terms of their priority.
You make everything
no,
fun
no, I'm
That's fine. Let's move on.
No, because, like, again, I like that he's fixing potholes. Like, good on him. Do that. But don't make this about, like, people who get the most likes now are the people that get
He's
their
being
potholes fixed.
responsive to. He's going where people are to be more responsive.
Okay, but what happens if
He's
I'm
also
someone
set
who
up the
went through the
WhatsApp
proper...
chat so
what
that
if I
they
went
can
through the
have that as
actual
well?
process of actually filing to get that pothole fixed, and now I'm getting bumped down because some person with, like, enough TikTok vote... This is more TikTok socialism than sewer socialism in that case. I have a problem with that. I do.
All right.
I know, like, again, I don't have a problem with him doing PR, but that's what it is. Let's just be
We
real.
can't have nice things. It's fine.
No, we can have nice things. I was saying, good on him for doing the whole, actually fixing potholes until, whatever. I don't think yay to sewer socialism, boo to TikTok socialism. But if he wants to do a PR stunt, go for it. But I'm not going to pretend that's indicative of actual realistic change. I think that's silly. But if we want to cheer that,
you're silly.
What?
Actually, no, you're serious. That's the problem.
I guess I am being a bit serious. Maybe
There are
I should
members
just...
of the National Caucus
Sorry.
who think the party has a better chance in November's election if Christopher Luxon is not the leader.
I said before, I talk to my colleagues all the time, and we're all focused on winning with our Prime Minister to deliver
Again, though, that
New
doesn't
Zealand.
answer the question. So the question is really simple.
Well, I don't go into all of the conversations I have with my colleagues, but I can tell you each one of them is focused on how we win for New Zealand's sake, because we need to stop Labour, Greens, Opportunity, and Te Pāti Māori imposing 8 radical new taxes, a death tax, a wealth tax, a land tax on every square inch of New Zealand. I mean, I'm not sure, does it include cemeteries? Do you keep paying tax after you die? That's the questions New Zealanders.
Oh my God.
What a hot take.
Of a change of government. So we've got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Law and order, getting the economy back on track.
That's why I pulled this. That's what they're fucking going with.
Plans for the future.
Man, they're grasping at the straws are getting
I know.
weak.
Like now we're fucking literally going like, you're gonna be paying tax when you're dead. Firstly, who cares? You're dead. So why do you care if you're paying tax when you're dead? Secondly, no one's paying tax on their grave.
Well, technically, they'd be paying rates on the land that the cemetery sits upon. So for the land that you already pay rates on, sure. But also a lot of those urupa and stuff, it's not like they need plumbing and then services. So yeah, that's such a... Again, really, I'm pretty sure I saw that BHN tonight are going to be talking about them bringing in new taxes anyway. So they can't really go, ooh, these Green Party and Labour people are scary because shit capital gains tax and really awesome super wealth tax. Like, Jesus. He's really fumbling, though. You could see how, like...
This entire interview was like that. It was...
Yeah, I haven't watched it because I'm just kind of like, oh...
He squirmed and yeah, it wasn't pretty.
I'm not surprised.
Because it was mostly shit like this where you had to go like, but you're gonna be paying when you're dead. They're gonna tax your grave. It's like... It's desperation. I love it.
Also, yeah, I'm gonna be dead. Why the fuck would I care?
I know.
Also... have half of us even thought about how expensive it is to die? Like, hello, you need to have heaps of money to die. Like, my grandma has a specific fund set aside so that we don't have to pay for her funeral.
Sorry, I just saw this and I'm now disgusted that someone referred to me as daddy. I hate that.
Well, actually, we also got referred to as dads because...
okay, we can be two dads. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be two dads.
2 dads chilling in a live stream, 5 million feet apart because we are gay. Also, the Te Pāti Mary really got me.
That said, actually, I went and pulled up a statistic, and this I prefer. I think is a better thing to celebrate, and you'll like this. In his first 100 days, so this is not up to date, but Mamdani filled over 100,000 potholes, which is marked the highest volume completed in that time frame over a decade. So there you go. That's sewer socialism, though. Well, I did have an asterisk to that, but I wasn't gonna bring it up.
You always have a.
I did have an asterisk, but I'm like, hey, I'll just give them the win.
Yeah, let's just have nice things, okay? The world is on fire. Just let me have nice things.
Hey, the right wing art is just starting. I'm not right wing yet, okay? It's coming. Where's my red hat?
I don't know, but there's probably appropriate article for that type.
Oh, yeah, no, this just made me laugh. We don't even really need to read it. Just Brian Tamaki says police had pulled his gun license. So.
Good. I'm glad. They took your guns and now they took your license. Suffer. Piece of shit. Oh, yeah. This one just fucking... I've called this what the poo. Delmore Housing Development with plan to truck wastewater away gets fast track approval. And I thought I was like tripping when I read that. But yeah, fast track approval has been granted for the development of more than 1,200 homes in North Auckland where treated wastewater will be trucked off site when needed. The development has been proposed for farmland in Aotearoa, includes a commercial area and interchange with State Highway 1. Proposed water and wastewater systems for the development have attracted criticism. Both Auckland Council and Watercare opposed the development. Their submissions to the independent expert panel considering the fast track application said it was out of sequence with council growth and infrastructure plans.
We're an efficient species.
Minister of Infrastructure Chris Bishop said the panel
When did Rome fall? Just before 580 or something.
Yeah, so what? Like a good.
They had the fucking aqueduct
25
back then. They had flushing toilets and running water, and
now we just
1500 years later,
again.
yeah. For fuck's sake.
And that's what really took me.
Capitalism brought us to this.
Right. For the first stage of the development, wastewater will be treated and discharged on site, with treated wastewater transported off site during summer periods when necessary. Before the second stage can proceed, the applicant will be required to obtain further approvals for a long-term wastewater solution, including on-site disposal, continued transport off-site, or connection to the public network if capacity becomes available. We're shitting too much, guys. They don't have the capacity
Stop
to handle all
shitting.
of our shit.
It feels like me when I was playing City Skylines. I'm like, you guys are pooping too much. Stop it.
Yes. Yes. SimCity 2000 flashbacks for real.
Or just
but I
The
just
Sims.
thought that was such a meme.
Yeah.
Such a meme. But we've got our cleansers. It's time to cleanse. I need it.
Okay, yeah, good. I need to wind down.
Right?
This little furry potato is actually a pika.
Potato.
Tiny hamster. Pikas are actually close relatives of rabbits and hares, and they have one of the cutest warning calls in the animal kingdom. When a pika spots something dangerous, it can let out a sharp squeak or chirp to warn the others nearby. But their most impressive behavior happens before winter arrives. Instead, they spend the warmer months working almost non-stop, collecting grasses, flowers, and other plants, and carrying them back to their rocky homes. They carefully arrange these plants into little piles, allowing them to dry in the sun before storing them for later. Once winter covers the mountains in snow, those dried plants become their food supply, and this is where their tiny bodies become surprisingly impressive. Pikas can survive in some of the coldest mountain environments, spending the winter tucked between rocks while relying on the food they've collected for months. They're also incredibly quick and agile, darting between rocks and disappearing into tiny gaps whenever they sense danger.
I mean, look at him. He's,
They're so cute.
I hesitate to say big chungus. He's chungus but small. He's small chungus.
Chunky potato.
Chunky
He's
potato.
a chunky potato.
Small
I mean, I
chungus,
also
like.
believe the pika is probably what the pika. I'm pretty sure pikas are what Pikachu is based off.
I have no clue, honestly.
It's
It's electric mouse, so it's based on some kind of mouse. But yeah. Anyway,
this is a classic.
Oh, is this an old one?
This is so old, but
Oh,
I'll
okay.
watch it. I've watched this a million
I just
times,
saw it came
but
on my
it's so
Reddit feed,
good.
but I thought it was cool anyway. Let's watch this.
Yeah, this has been around for a while, but it's
Okay.
it's a good video. Like
Yeah.
you see this dog just comes
Naughty
absolutely
dog.
hopping, and that dog's like, "No, that's my friend. Fuck you." And then the other dog comes out like, "Oi, what are you doing?"
I do love how the only dog that hits the child is the one protecting it, though. It's like-
Well, yeah, he does kind of walk over the child, but he probably would have been worse
It's out
had
of
he
love,
not.
yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like that thing where you might kind of smack your kid a little, trying to push them out of the way of a
Exactly.
moving car, but
Yeah.
at least they don't get hit by the fucking car.
Exactly.
And then I love how the other dog went in for backup, but then disappears off fucking camera.
It was
Did you
again.
know-
It was like when the vintage motorcycle, the tricycle, came around the corner and hit me as a child, but the teacher decided to pull the other two kids out of the way.
Yeah.
I guess if she had another arm, she might have gone for me, but
Oh, nah, but it's a good video. It's a good video.
keeps coming up tonight.
And this is a really sweet, wholesome video that I watched. And this
Okay.
is I highly recommend. Actually, I haven't followed them. I'll follow them. It's called Two Mates One Chair, and you'll figure it out.
Two mates, one shit.
In South Africa, there was a ramp all the way to this point. We're getting up there. This is the
Okay.
summit. Lockie, how are you feeling? I'm feeling good. Let's do this. Look at this place. Wow. Warming up. Stretching, mate. All right, this is where the chair's gonna live. Oh, and he can stand just. Right, phone secured. Oh, there was 260 steps, so it's a little bit less than the Buddha. Lockie's struggling, he's gone speechless.
Like, what a good mate.
There's people everywhere. These aren't small fucking steps. Oh my god, there it is. Alright, I'm not back on down. We've done it. 3 more steps. Oh. Sorry? Are we playing games? No, I can't walk. It's for fun. But we did it. I never did that for fun. We're actually going to get blown off this thing. This is so gnarly. We did it though. I don't know what was worse, eh? I'm fine with this.
But yeah, so the whole thing is just basically his mate kind of coming in and helping make certain aspects of their travel accessible where it is not. And I think that's very sweet.
Oh, good on him. I'm glad.
And the rest of the video, they walk back down.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to accomplish that. So.
Oh my god, no way! Like, it's hard enough when like parents are carrying their kids on their back. Like, you know, you get to a certain age and mum and dad go, "Nah, mate, you're a bit too young."
I remember
for
that age
now.
when my dad was like, especially because I had a younger brother, so he could still like pick him up and stuff too. And it's like, why can you pick him up but not me? It's like. All right.
All right, but like, what a good mate. Like, and that's the thing. I do love when people have disabled friends, but they actually make sure they're included and stuff, and actually like,
my video wouldn't have been as heartwarming, but it would have been in solidarity. I would have been like, look, you can't go up, neither can I. Let's both leave.
I can't be bothered walking up there. This was nice enough.
This is a good location. Let's stop.
We'll jump into our hot takes. Do you want to play a bumper, or should we just go?
I thought we already did hot takes.
Nah, man.
Okay.
I don't know what one of them is.
Well, one of them was Simeon Brown.
No. That
was a Mimi News.
Yeah, you put that in Mimi.
Oh, whoops. Okay, well, that's my bad. Maybe that was Mimi News.
I mean, it was Mimi.
I mean...
I don't know what the deja vu is.
All right.
That's the hottest sauce out there. I have a high tolerance for heat. It's interesting. I'm in extreme pain.
I'm just going to start giving my hottest takes.
Deja vu, I've never been in this place before, hiding on the streets.
And I know it's my destiny.
Banger.
Alright.
Alright.
I don't like that I can see Louise Upston's face, though. This is not a good start.
Oh, yeah.
Things that I don't know what the Prime Minister's going to say.
But it's not the first time a promise to hold a
Oh, we'll recognise this from the intro.
has caught politicians off guard.
A referendum will thereafter be held. I believe that there will probably be a public acceptance of 4-year term and a modified form of proportional representation.
We've got a new policy from the Prime Minister.
I mean, we didn't get the 4 years.
That's brand new, and we should record it down.
The politician was surprised, the one who announced it.
I had little key cards, and they were perfectly written key cards, and they had been furnished to me by my staff, and I read them wrongly. And I made a pledge, which I deeply regret, and I am responsible for introducing the concept of MMP by accident, which it undoubtedly is.
Yay! Wait, he didn't mean to do that? That was an accident? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
MMP was an accident?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But this goes into my hot take this week, which I think I actually already said it. We're just in an endless fucking loop. Because, like, he's... This is like so reminiscent of this week. This guy said this thing basically by mistake as an announcement policy, which Luxon did. It's about MMP or electoral reform, essentially.
It's going the opposite direction of basically what he said.
Yeah, this is like the third time we've done something around electoral reform, or fourth time if you include the first two things that we had to do around this. But also, even back then, in the late 80s, they were doing the proposal of the 4-year term. Yeah. Like, it's
interesting to see that hasn't
up. Yeah, it's still, it's the same old shit that hasn't died. We're getting the same old fucking solutions. We're going round and round the fucking merry-go-round we fucking go. And it's all because people keep clinging on to these fucking, like, I'm glad to see that the majority is lowering, and this is desperate last grasp to go away, but we need to stop going and treating back to these two major parties, because it's just, you know...
Oh, absolutely. We've got
the same
first
old
past
shit.
the post mindset
Yes.
in an MMP environment.
Yeah.
And like, I think I saw quite a few comments on in the BHN chat, it must have been on Friday, where people were talking about how obviously a lot of us think STV, you know, ranked choice voting is a better system. But I also saw someone suggest a hybrid between ranked choice voting and MMP, which could be cool.
Yeah, you could do that, as well as I just think ranked choice on local definitely would be much better.
Oh,
well.
I mean, I also just heard apparently Hamilton just voted to go back to first past the post, which boo Hamilton. So yeah, I mean that's funny though. I didn't realize he did that on accident. What is it with all these accidents that happen in our fucking politicians? It's crazy. All right, let's play our next one. I just really liked this video, and hot takes felt like the right place to put it.
As a communist, I love the word comrade. Like, yes, you're my comrade. Like, there's so much love and so much power in that word. I call so many people my comrade because you are class conscious, you understand, and you want to destroy capitalism too. And you see me, I see you, we see each other because, like Ernesto Che Guevara said, if you tremble with indignation at every injustice, then you are a comrade of mine. You are a comrade of mine. We are comrades. So beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a really lovely way to think about that.
Who was it? Like, it wasn't Chris Bishop. I can't remember. No, it was Jerry Brownlee went on Bombers. This was like half a year ago. But he said, you know, Bombers said, welcome, comrade. And then Jerry Brown was like, I'm glad to be here, but please don't refer to me as that. Like, it's still
don't use that slur against
don't
me.
use that. I'm not your comrade.
Right? Don't paint me with your red flag.
Yeah.
Jesus
Don't associate
Christ.
me with communist Russia. I'm not Stalin. It's like, it just means buddy, you know. Although we shouldn't refer to Jerry Brownlee as our comrade. He's not.
Nah, he's not our comrade.
Which I thought he was retiring, but it looks like he's staying. So I was sure he was retiring, but he seems to have been he got bumped up in the list. So I guess maybe that rumor was false, or maybe I completely misheard. So
Yes, no. God, thank you for making me feel worse. But yes, also thank you to African Scammer. It is a good name. But you guys are our comrades. We're all comrades. Now this next hot take. So hear me out, Whānau. My hot take is that we need to start actually talking to strangers. I know it's scary, and I don't like doing it either.
I love talking to
Oh,
strangers.
you are? Yeah, but you're weird.
Yeah, I know.
Today, 24 hours ago, we handed out these invitations to our neighbors. This sign in front of
Rusted
our house
Root on the
said,
way.
4 people gonna show up. There's 100 people gonna show up. And now we just morning. That is so sweet, brownies. Oh, the boys love brownies. Thank you. Sweet, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
So basically what these people did is that apparently in their last home, they did the same thing where they essentially sent out all these letters. It's like, hey, come by, have a coffee, you know, catch up. And they're talking about how that was actually the hardest part of leaving their last home was because they had created a village around them. And as someone who doesn't like talking to people that live near me, I just thought, you know, it's a good thing to maybe encourage us to think like, hey, talking to strangers can be hard and difficult at times, but being lonely is harder. So I think it's a good way to be like, hey, you know, it's not always easy to go out and it can be very exhausting, but I think the reward is worth it when you start building those connections that, you know, because I often think about like, oh shit, I've got to make sure, since I'm not having children especially, I have like a group of people that I can kind of rely on when I'm older. So, you know, just a little reminder.
I try to do it with baking. Like, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. I know you would take some baking to the, was it Kickback?
Yeah. Well, and I did it when I had neighbors up North Shore. Like, I'd go down, just had a couple of neighbors I would drop bacon off to sometimes. And now I sort of, you know, sometimes I'll just go hand them out on the road.
But yeah, like, look at our comments. See, this is why I'm trying to encourage these motherfuckers to go and like be friends with people around you. It's great to hang out here, but we need to hang out with people in real life.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're all hot. Didn't we hear what I said earlier? We're all hot, okay? So go talk to people. It's fine.
Look,
just don't be creepy about it.
You gotta ease people in sometimes. I love it because I'm a nosy fucker and I love listening to what like people's like actual opinions on things. So I'll lull them in and get them to like really open up. Like, you know, I love hearing like just what people think.
Just down for the goss.
I'm down for the goss. Exactly.
I'm a gossip heap. So that's the only, like, that's the main motivator for me. Half the time it's like, yes, tell me all of this interesting lore so that I may feast upon it.
Yeah.
But it's meme time.
All right.
Meme time.
This one made me laugh.
Oh.
Native American white, Arab white, Tibetan white, Romani white, white African American.
I also, yeah.
This happened with what was it, Odyssey as well, like.
Oh yeah, some people going, oh, you can't have a black woman be Helen of Troy. Other people going, how come they're not Greek? Even though there's been also arguments about how what we know as Greek now is not necessarily the same as what was represented at the time of the Odyssey. So like, yeah. I also heard there was another movie and book that was centered around like blackness, and while the main character was described throughout the book as like what they call copper skinned, which is I guess what we'd call like dark but not super dark. Like it's hard to say
not super dark.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean though. Like think about crayons, all right?
I'm super dark.
But they cast like a really fair skinned person, and then someone was talking about how this happens a lot as well, and that black characters often get cast as fair-skinned biracial people rather than things. So yeah, there's so many discourse around a lot of these things.
It's true. Helen was barely in the movie.
I know, right? That's the other thing too. It's like they complained about fucking Elliot Page. He gets murdered in the fucking beginning of the movie. Sorry for spoilers, but he gets murdered. Like, what? I thought you guys would be happy that the trans person gets murdered early in the movie. Like, this guy would be happy about it.
Me?
What the fuck?
Oh, Hitler.
No,
me.
I don't know. No, but it is your favorite topic.
It is, yeah. Well, this just made me laugh because it was hard to get. Minions creator claims that they did not work for Adolf Hitler, and this guy says, I don't think they realize what that implies. Which, do you know what that implies?
I don't think I do.
It's on the link that I sent, which says, the minions only work for villains.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So Grill is, yeah, now I get it. I get it. Yeah, that one definitely went over my head.
Yeah, it was a hard one to get. I had to think
that's fair.
so long before I got that one.
Bit too lateral.
Exactly. Good meme though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is definitely me in public. My mum started volunteering with autistic children and annoyed one non-verbal student so bad that they literally spoke for the very first time in their life to tell her to shut up.
That's fucking amazing. I love that so much.
I'm that guy. That gets told to shut up.
I've heard people be like, you know, oh, you know, you made my kid feel so welcome and comfortable that they finally were able to verbalize because they were so happy. This one, shut the fuck up. What the hell? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I see we get more Odyssey.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this one. So Odysseus and his men went 20 years without being sexually active. Is that even possible? I want to tell you something, but please sit down first.
I mean, they didn't even have proper bedrooms and stuff, right?
No.
At the bare minimum, they were whacking off with everybody else able to see it. At bare minimum.
Well, it's that point where they think like everyone's asleep and they're like, I'm going to try it. And
yeah. Like when you're at a sleepover and you're a boy.
Yeah, and everyone's too embarrassed to sort of say like, well, we can fucking hear you.
I think every dude I know has a sleepover wanking story from his high school years. So, you know, it's normal. To be fair, my friends used to play PlayStation, and the thing that their one was, whoever loses the round has to suck the other one's dick. And yeah, he really tried to claim he was bisexual for a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you grew up in a different place than me. Mine was all drinking games.
Oh, we had drinking games too, but that wasn't until a bit. Oh, I'm talking about like intermediate.
Oh, we're not. Okay. Are we not talking about intermediate?
Not high school. I'm talking about, I mean, that one specifically was intermediate.
You didn't grow up in Dunedin.
No, I didn't. I grew up in Rotorua.
When
Oh
I'm
my
struggling to
God.
pay for gas and I read that they gave Amazon a 600 million tariff refund.
Oh, that would just absolutely fuck you off.
Oh, this one's a jump scare, by the way. Be ready.
All right. Are
This
we
is
ready,
the costume
guys?
for Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat. they
Well,
they
that's
sold for auction.
horrendous.
Yeah, they put it up for auction and it's just completely degraded.
Oh, it looks dirty as hell.
Yeah, it looks gross. Who would buy this?
Oh. You know what? I have a feeling I know what kind of person would buy this, and I don't like it.
Do
I
you
think we should go back to that other Odyssey.
Do you remember
meme.
the scene in Scary Movie 3 where the alien is pretending to be Michael Jackson and then escapes and leaves the skin behind? It's just like that.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Except I was also thinking, like, it's furry adjacent. So, you know.
Oh, true.
I mean, you can't forget the furry community,
That's true.
right?
Inclusivity. All right, we can
Right.
probably fit one or two of these.
This one's really funny. So
Okay.
I'm putting this first.
Okay, go. I got one. Oh, I'm a human billionaire, and I think everything should be replaced with data centers, or at least a Walmart. Ooh, I'm a human billionaire, and I solve poverty by relocating it to somewhere I don't have to see it. Like what? Oh, I'm a human billionaire, and I can't wait to replace the entire workforce with AI so I can hoard even more resources for myself. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. Billionaire, and I can't wait to put every basic aspect of human existence behind a paywall. Like, you don't have to monetize everything. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm a human billionaire, and I have so much money, I started treating society like an experiment that no one consented to. You don't have to listen to them. Be a sovereign soul.
Be a sovereign soul.
This makeup's way too good for the stupid
I
little
know,
joke that
right?
they're doing.
No, but this thing is they have a whole. I actually haven't watched all of them, but
okay.
they've got like a whole series. Like
Humans do this weird thing where they go to a place that they hate for 8 hours a day in order to afford the privilege of eating.
Yeah, and they get so caught up in the work routine that they forget to live their lives.
They've made a society that is so dreadful and so expensive that you can't even have kids anymore.
They're trapped. And they run around like, oh, I need more money. I need more money. And then their lives become work, and they get confused, like, what happened to all the fun I was having?
And then one day they look back and they say, what happened to my life?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna...
it looks like you're maybe taking a bit of psychic damage over there.
I feel assaulted. This is
Derail
existential.
them, brother.
Especially after like I'm so knackered and had such a hard day,
I
the first day at
understand.
work, and I'm just like, what am I
Hey,
doing?
but at least we're having fun here. So at least you're fitting in fun around work. You're not just putting it all into the
I don't know.
money
I
and
don't know
then-
what I'm doing anymore. What is fun? Am I having fun, or am I just
Oh,
being
God.
convinced that I'm having fun?
Guys, I think I broke Rogers.
I think you
My
broke me.
bad.
I think I was
didn't mean
broken already.
to.
Everyone knows. Everyone
I'll
knows. I'm a
fix
soulless.
You. I'll fix you. Okay,
I'm a
I'll-
cynical, mean, jaded motherfucker.
Aw,
I hate Mum Donnie. I hate everyone.
do.
I'm an anti-socialist socialist.
How about this one? This one might make you feel a bit better.
Okay.
A little less existential.
I
Give
haven't
me
been
some
around
hope.
this long to talk about that sort of wanker question. Who said that?
Sweetheart, save some room for later.
You like that
What's happened to him?
The Prime Minister should be handling this matter. Don't you know he's a judge? Sorry? You like that one?
He'll never get out. Where is he?
I'm not telling you.
Hey, what kind of place you running here anyhow, wanker?
I haven't been around this long to talk about that sort of wanker question.
Over there, across the river. They're little men.
Funny looking people, aren't they?
What are they doing there?
Why don't you ask them? And when it comes to that sort of thing, they are What kind of rubbish is that?
Let me ask you this question.
No.
Yeah, what do we do now, Mr. Wanker?
I'm not telling you.
Did we do something wrong?
Bunch of communists.
Mr. Wanker.
What?
You're a crook.
What?
You're a cheat and a swindler.
That's not really my responsibility, is it? I haven't been around this long to talk about that sort of wanker
Oh, you saved me. You saved my
Yeah,
life. You
put
saved
it
my
back,
night.
fam.
That was the
Yes.
best pick me up. I love
Yes.
everything now. I'm happy. I'm happy for
And
New
now
York
we've got
City.
an outro song that you might like too.
Yeah, okay, great.
So,
I've got it open.
yeah, I'm assuming.
But thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I'm glad we could end that on a good note. Cause
Even if we fight, we still love you all, okay? We don't love you any less just because we're having
I need that as a saved GIF. Winston just going.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I'll send you the. Well, you've got the link in the thing as well if you want it. But
cheers, guys. We'll see you at BHN. Ka kite.
Love you, fam.
Nope.
Oh, you're not showing the video, by the way.
Her name is Noelle. I have a dream about her under some spell. I've whispers within the hour how she is fair, with flowers in her hair. But she knoweth not that I live. And she giveth not a fig about me, for I'm but a greenhorn wagtail.
That's not the words.
I'd stand in an iron maiden lady for thee. Oh. Uncouth, he bringeth a sword to mass, knew he but the truth. My hide he would surely thrash, his keeps on the hill, 'tis his fields I till, but he knoweth not that I live, and he giveth not a fig about me, for I'm but a greenhorn wagtail lady, not but a hedge-born blackguard lady. I'd stand in an iron maiden lady for thee. Oh, oh, greenhorn, she knoweth not what she is missing. This banquet is far too lofty, lo and behold, she walketh over to me, must be some ruse, I'll end in the noose. How doth she know that I live?